Yo, 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 what it do, what it do? It's your boy Big Vibe Opinion, and I'm back with another live video. State of the Culture, part 3. It's going down tonight. Tonight should be epic. We got some things that we're going to be addressing. We got some things that we're going to be bringing awareness to. We're going to have a dope conversation, and we're going to make it count. Make it count. Giving people time to come in. Y'all know this much anticipated, so uh let's make it happen, man. It's finna go down. Yes, sir. Come on in. What's up, Amani? What's up, Miss Lady T? Tonight should be epic, man. Let's see if it's gonna play out the way it was playing. Let's see if it's gonna play out the way that it was designed to play out. Uh, I look forward to having guests on tonight. Um, the work has been done. I look forward to having guests on tonight. Um, just waiting patiently, or patiently waiting, for things to take place. But we got man, we got so many different topics at hand tonight, and we gonna talk about it. We gonna conduct this live tonight in the most professional way possible. Lavish lady, what's going on? Uh, Man, I can't wait. I can't wait, y'all. I can't wait, y'all. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait, man. Tonight it's going down. It's going up. It's going up tonight. Understand that knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. And what you hear Kyrie say he found out that reading is a superpower. So reading is a superpower. That tells you what? What does that mean? Knowledge is power, man. The more you read, the more you learn. The more you learn, the more you know. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go. Uh, guess what? We got some stuff to talk about tonight. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Out what people thoughts are. Now, I come on here. I come on in time. They can't say I was late today. They can't say I wasn't on time because I'm here. I'm here on time. Let me find out. People was expecting me not to be on time today because I'm on time today. What's up, Miss April Showers? I'm on time today. They can't say I'm not on time today. You know, normally I get caught up. Miss April here. I get caught up in I get caught up and be late, but I'm on time today. Let me write. Okay. All right. We got the rules to the panel. Rules for the panel tonight. Rules for the panel tonight. We have 2-minute expressions. So each person each person that comes up on the panel gonna have 2 minutes to express whatever it is that they choose to talk about. And once that 2 minutes is up, then we're gonna allow someone to either add on to whatever it is uh that was discussed, or however whatever it may be. But it's important that when we have these state of the culture meetings, that when we talk clear, and we don't get caught up in the back and forth, so we can make it positive and make it understanding for the viewers to listen. So we want to keep it real nice and real clean and real structural. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep it structural so that the statements that we're trying to make and the things that we're trying to raise awareness about is heard and clear. So the people are, oh, I don't want to listen because there's too much back and forth, or the background noise, or this, that, and the third. So we're gonna make this thing good. We're gonna make it clear. We're gonna make it understandable for everybody to be able to watch and for people to voice their opinion. People in the chat, you are a part of this panel, whether you come on the panel or not. If you have a question, put it in the chat. Let me see it. I can bring it on the screen. If you have a specific question for a specific guest on the panel, uh, type the name in the comment, in the question that you post. So we gonna do this thing right. We gonna knock it out. We're gonna knock it out tonight. It can happen. It's going down. It's going down, man. State of the culture. We here. It's here. We got some topics. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 things. I got 6 things in my notes. What's up, bro? What's up, bro? I'm at work, but I'm pissed right now, bro. Fuck the U.S., the corporation. They say one thing and then do another. I stand with Haiti. Hey, I agree. I got updates on that too, man. I just the bullshit that I just the bullshit that I just read before coming Nike. You know what I'm saying? The bullshit I just read when I came on with Nike and Kyrie Irving, man, it's like, man, this shit's so crazy. But guess what? It's in our face now. It's in our face now. What are people going to do? Are they going to continue to? Are they going to continue to sit back and dismiss it, or are they going to address it? You know what I'm saying? All this shit is in our face now. It ain't no longer about picking a side. It's in our face now. You know, and if you can't see it, God, so be it. I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry. But it's clearly in our face now. You know, I'm watching it now, but to not have hearsay like hearsay they don't like Russia taking back their land in Ukraine, but the US killing all of the Haiti for nothing. Man, boy, it's a lot of shit going on, man. It's a lot of shit. And man, you know, I politic a little bit, but I don't be on it a lot like I should. But you know, I was listening to my boss man, and he was, you know, me and my boss was talking, and he was telling me about a lot of the shit that's going on, like out here in Texas with the China buying land out here in Texas, buying a lot of the land out here in Texas. He's like, why would the U.S. allow China to buy land out here in Texas? Like a lot of shit going on that I really haven't been up on as far as that type of news, but I look forward to getting there. I look forward to getting to that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, we finna be here. I'm still waiting on guests to get here. You know. Yo, yo, yo. We here. Man, we supposed to been had Malik. We supposed to have J Rock. We supposed to have Sir Miguel. We supposed to have You supposed to have Miss April. Uh um Supposed to have Lexington. So it's been about uh 15 minutes now. So I'm gonna give everybody another say 5 minutes, and if they don't come in, and then if they don't come in 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna just go on and do what it is, uh do what it is scheduled program. Lex, what's going on?
How you doing, my brother?
All right, Miss April, what's going on?
Oh, nothing much. Thanks for allowing me to be a part of the panel. Hello to everyone in the chat. I come in peace.
Hello, Miss April, and hello, chat.
Yeah. We got two guests up. We still waiting on a few other guys to see if they coming. But we're gonna give them a couple more minutes to get in. And we gonna get into it. I took a couple notes, Miss April. I got some answers for you from earlier. Uh
Okay.
so we gonna be able to go. We gonna go through that, and we got some updates. Some updates on Kyrie Irving as well.
Well,
You know,
they're not good updates. Nike
no,
done dropped
yeah, that part,
them. Yeah.
that part. So that's gonna be a question. Y'all endorse Colin Kaepernick, but y'all drop Kyrie Irving. Come on now,
Yeah, but
come
they,
on.
they endorsed Colin after George Floyd. Nobody stood by him. They didn't apologize to Colin Kaepernick after George Floyd was killed. And that's when they said they had it all wrong.
Yeah,
So,
but what makes that any different than them trying to say that people said something to Kyrie Irving? That's the reason why he apologized. The
yeah,
thing, y'all asking this brother to apologize when he never said nothing. What am
well,
I
you know,
apologizing for? When
timing is everything. Some people looking at it like he was trying to keep the shit Kanye started going. They're looking at it like that. They not looking at it like the man, just tweeted, from from
but
Hebrews to Negro.
but
It's a movie that's been out since 2018, was
mhm.
made by Ronald Dalton Jr. I mean, this is nothing new. The
Right,
movie been out, the documentary been out.
and you said it
But
earlier. I think all of this stems back to his stance on taking the vaccination and
yeah.
going back and forth with
Hmm.
last year with the COVID shit and him sitting out. You
Yeah,
know,
Yeah. Yeah.
they tend to try to hold a grudge against you when you don't go against, or when you do go against what they put out there for everybody to follow, and when you don't follow that, they try to make an example out of you, and they try to stay on you. So anybody that's thinking the same thing, they'll they'll think twice about doing the same thing. With they had a Golden State Warriors player. He didn't take the vaccination at first, but then he decided to go ahead and take it. I think his name was Andrew Wiggins.
yeah.
He decided to go ahead and do it, but at the same time, he could have took that stance too. But I guess he made a business decision instead of making a logical decision, because he already said that, hey, I don't know what's in this vaccine, and I need to get more educated on it before I take it. But now, as I watch the sports, NBA, the football, and everything, now if you get a cold, it's nothing. It's nothing. It's normal now. But at first, you had to be uh, vaccinated. You had to sit out 4 or 5 days, missed a couple of games, and be isolated at home. But now it's not a big deal now. So now everything is back to normal. So I get it, a lot of people wishing probably they should have never took the vaccine in the first place.
Amen. Amen.
We
Big
got
Bang.
what's going on,
Um,
Miss April?
well, what I wanted to say is the state of our culture. We are horrible right now. Now, I do understand if you are hired to do a job, you're supposed to do that job. Cause trust and believe, if I had a job, it would be a lot of things I would not be saying, because I do know that I would lose my job, and you Negroes ain't gonna give me a dime but laugh at me. So if I have a job to do, and somebody hires me, I'm supposed to do that job. Now Kyrie was hired to be a basketball player, fill up that stadium, and try to win championships. But unfortunately, we live in a world where black people are viewed different because you had that white player that had lied and said he had taken the vaccine and didn't, and
And Rob,
nothing happened to him.
and
So,
Rob,
see, right. So, the rules are so different for us, and we're not going to stick together. Ain't nobody going to back you. So, unfortunate, sometimes, what BB King say, never make your move too soon.
hmm
And so sometimes we just have to sit and play this game with them. I don't know how broke I would go trying to prove a point, and ain't nobody gonna come together and do nothing. You see all the blacks, they talking about he should be suspended. They the one
yeah,
that caused the man to get suspended.
yeah,
You got
they the one
Shaq,
called.
Charles, you got all of these niggas, and yes, they niggas, talking about the man should be suspended.
Yeah, the blacks
In a
called for that.
situation like that, I respect LeBron. Don't say nothing. This is a time I can respect people that don't say nothing. If you ain't gonna say nothing, that's cool. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing.
Kyrie and KD come out and say just shut up and dribble, right? Ain't that what the woman told LeBron James a couple years ago?
Hmm. Yeah.
But that's what they're hired to do.
You
Yeah.
can't shut up and dribble. You can't tell me to shut up when
Well,
I'm being
that
oppressed again.
you're hired to play basketball and bring in, championships, fill up the stadiums. Ain't none of us in them stadiums. We ain't
Mm-hmm.
paying. We not paying $50 to go park our car at them games, and $1,000 for a seat, and $10 for a glass of a paper cup of beer, and $20 for wine. We ain't even in that league. So that's why we don't count.
Well, what do you guys think about this right here? I thought about what Shaq and Charles Barkley was saying on the game the other night or at halftime show, and I said, now start thinking about the slave days when the same thing was going on, and then you ask yourself, y'all got a lot to say about your own people. You got diarrhea at the mouth, but when it comes to speaking up against what the oppressor is doing to you, it requires at a church mouth. So where's that same energy when you are talking against your own kind?
Cause they sorry, they pathetic. We're just gonna do that. We're just gonna talk about our own kind. They should be quiet. Matter of
Mm,
fact, they all got enough money right now where they all could get together and be doing something.
yep, it's been done. It's been done before, but it seems
But
like
but
they
but they
scared. I
not
guess.
gonna do it.
Uh-uh.
They it's like, are y'all that scared? Are
Yeah.
y'all that scared? What y'all scared of?
They scared
Yeah.
of
They don't.
losing that money. They do the one thing that the other people, one thing that the oppressors have always knew when it came to us is that money, we can make them do, say anything we want them to do, long as we control the way that they get money. Yeah, we having money in this new generation, but at the same time, who is in control of how we get the money?
Hmm.
So with Kanye West, what Kanye West really showed you is that we can take the United States most richest black man within 2 hours of a man putting out a tweet now saying everybody drop him, and everybody just hurry up, everybody start dropping him. So now that ain't that's just the modern day
we didn't establish
buck breaking.
Exactly.
We gonna humiliate. We gonna show you what we can do to. So this like.
Well, I wouldn't open my mouth if it was me. I just wouldn't say anything.
Well, we gotta speak. We gotta speak though, Miss April.
I wouldn't open my mouth.
What if God didn't open his mouth?
But what I'm saying is, Shaq didn't have to open his mouth.
I agree. If you ain't got no,
Charles didn't have to open his mouth because you know what they're gonna do, and that's why you have to move in silence and make your move. They you know, sometimes you have to be quiet and wait. Well, they're mad at Kyrie. Kyrie, you know, he didn't take that vaccination. Something was gonna happen. You know, this ain't, you know, they've been hating him because he made a stance.
Mm-hmm.
So this was going to happen. They were waiting. They were waiting to pay him back for not taking that vaccine. And in the meantime, we argue, and ain't nobody saying, why is Brett Favre, why hasn't Brett Favre been arrested?
Absolutely.
Why ain't Charles Barkley or Shaq, why ain't they talking about why this rich white man that stole from one of the poorest states, the damn Mississippi welfare fund? Why aren't they talking about that?
Yeah,
but
I
they
think
talk about what Kanye and Kyrie, they talked about them so bad. The black folks on every sports show, they sitting up there. Your Stephen Smith, all of them.
Well, we can't say even though we didn't live back in the slave days, we have an idea of what went on back then according to what's going on now. People were scared to speak up, and then the people who did speak up, this type of stuff happened to them. So with that analogy, you can pretty much say, well, I know what a lot of people went through back then because you had so many on this hand. They weren't scared to speak up, but then as soon as they did, then everybody just sit back and look at them, and then when something happened, they talk about you behind your back. So this is what's going on right now. They don't want to upset their paymaster.
Mm-hmm. It's so terrible.
And that's what it's about. So earlier, Miss April, when we was on earlier, you was asking about what does it mean? What does anti-Semitic mean? And if you look on the screen, the definition is on the screen right now. So it means hostile to or prejudice against Jewish people, or relating to or characterized by anti-Semitism, feeling or showing hostility towards or discrimination against Jews as a culture, race, or ethnicity. So, where is this sentiment? This shit,
I'm laughing so loud.
when I read the definition, when I read it, I said, "What the fuck?"
I'm laughing so hard because they done came up with their own definition where you can't discriminate against them. And Negroes been getting discriminated since we came over here from being called spooks, monkeys, welfare queens, pimp hustlers, lazy, ignorant, and everything else.
Speak on it.
And they done come up with their own definition for their people. Boy, you can't make this shit up.
You can't make it up.
They came up with a definition so wouldn't nobody harass them.
You can't make it up.
You got all the venues or whatnot falling in line. Even the TV shows, they talk about it, and they making it a point to put it out there to make sure nobody, you can't say nothing bad about them, and so and so and so and so and so and so. So they trying to make it a conscious effort to make sure everybody gets it. But what about us? We like Miss Sharp said, we've been going through stuff before that. We don't get our recognition for nothing at all.
We don't have no black hate crime. You know, as soon as Kamala and Joe Biden got in office, they didn't have their inauguration clothes off, and they had automatically come up with showing some Asian hate commercial, because Kamala Harris said, y'all niggas made me black. I'm Asian. Now, Joe, I told you part of my job was you was going to look out for my Asian people. And they came up with an Asian hate crime bill. Everybody made Kamala Harris black but her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's just so sad to me that, you know, when I look at it and I look at where we at today in this country, and Miss April, like you said, you come from the 60s, so you've been here for over 6 generations, seeing what's been going on in this country from where it was. And like we spoke on earlier, we talked about that village that they talked about back in the day, how we had a village to raise our children. But now we look at it, they came in and destroyed the village intentionally because they wanted the children to be, you know, running astray. They didn't want the structure. They didn't want our children to be raised with structure and understanding, because it doesn't fit their narrative in order. Like I told people, if you look at it right now, where we at, I'm quite sure the number 2 businesses in this country is probably, we know number 1 is the jail facility, and they probably running neck and neck. The funeral home and the goddamn prison probably going head to head.
Yep.
I just cannot believe this, that they have come up with a whole definition and made up a rule and just go make it so you can't say anything about the J people.
But they stole our lie. They stole our identity first. Now they stealing our history. They stole our identity. They stole our history. Now they stealing our sympathy, right? Nobody sympathized with our culture and our community, what our people went through. But we gotta feel sorry for we gotta be mindful of the things we say when it comes to every other ethnicity.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, simple as like the shit with Kyrie Irving is so unique within his way because the man never spoke about these people. He only retweeted or re-tagged something that he purchased off of Amazon. But you don't see the same energy towards you don't see the same energy towards Jeff Bezos.
No, but like I said, with Kyrie, I believe it's just the time. I think people look at him, they looked at him if he was trying to get on the Kanye West back. And they trying to make it bigger. What they made it bigger than what it was. And having those black folk talk about him did not help because he did nothing wrong. It's just the timing. You know, they're thinking they like now this nigga trying to be slick. He trying to get one over on us. You know, he went gay. He you know, it's the timing. If this would have happened 2 or 3 months ago, I don't think anything would have happened. But I think with what Kanye opened up, and then here he comes, that's where the pressure came in.
Okay. Well, I gave people
Which,
other people time to come in, so
okay,
they
I'm gonna
ain't
mute
came
my
in
mic
yet.
because
So
I know we get 2 minutes. So
yeah,
I'll listen to
we know
everybody else.
you go first. You go first, Miss April. We gonna mute our
Okay,
mic. And you can go first and voice your concerns. Or we got brother David on the panel, and we got Lexington on the panel. So you can you got your 2 minutes to give your statement or give your concern, whatever it may be, and we'll pinch in with our remarks after you're done. So your 2 minutes start right now. You got the flow.
okay, okay. I wish that we all could come together and stop being so petty. I wish the families could come back together. There are no big people, whether you have a PhD degree or a GED. We are all black folks and we matter and we need to stick behind our people. And we need to bring the family structure back. We need to start having secret society meetings, move in silence, and they look up, boom, bam, we making moves. And I come in peace, and I have respect for you all. That's my opening statement.
Okay, Miss April. Thank you so much. Lexington.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
you wanna add into what up, J Rock? I email you the link, J Rock. But you wanna add in? You wanna add on to what Miss April said? You got the flow. You got 2 minutes.
Okay, I agree with what she was saying. That we do need to do a better job of uplifting each other instead of turning each other down. But what I want to do also, I want to add 2 points that I had wrote down earlier when you were on live. One of them has to do with these commercials that they have on TV now. They're probably promoting some kind of medication, and I know everybody on the panel party pretty much noticed that when they're presenting these commercials, they have two guys talking about some kind of medication or whatever the medication may be. But to go along further with it, at the end of the commercial, they show the guys kissing. So you know that
Oh,
on the airways, you have kids watching TV all day long. So why would you show something like that to try to push a medication, but at the same time you're pushing something else? So
mm-hmm.
that's one of the things that I got a problem with. And the other thing is, uh, prima donna brought out this guy. Well, she was talking about this guy named Grandmaster Jay, which is the guy who was over the what you call it? I can't think of the name of the group that he had, but they were going around trying to get people to bear
Grandmaster Jay.
arms and everything. Yeah, bear
Mm-hmm.
arms. NFAC. So when he came out, he got arrested and got charged. Uh, Everybody was saying he was an agent and this and whatnot. I'm saying, well, there we go again. Every time somebody come out and try to do something, somebody got to interject and say or talk bad about another person and not knowing if he's the agent or not. Where's the proof at? So there's another thing about turning each other down. You got a guy come around lifting other people up, and he get tore down just like that. But I risk. I go ahead and let somebody go up.
All right, what's up, J Rock? Welcome to the chat. We got brother David. You got 2 minutes, brother David. You know, and then we're gonna let J Rock go, and then we're gonna start. Then we're gonna start on. We're gonna get to the topics at hand. All right, David.
What up, Big Val? What up, panel?
Hey,
I don't really got too much to say right now, except for that with Kyrie Irving. You know, they already had an issue with him because they was trying to make him vaccinated. He wouldn't. So you know, you had Stephanie and everybody coming out, going hard on him, talking about trading him and all that kind of stuff back then. So this little episode right here probably just added to what was already brewing with him in the basketball management or the owners or whatever. So I can see them really trying to clamp down on him, so that nobody else get no ideas or whatever, you know.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I'm just listening right now. That's all I got to say right now, though.
All right. Brother J Rock, man, you got 2 minutes, man. Welcome to the panel, man.
Appreciate it, Vibe. What's going on with the rest of the panel? How y'all doing this evening?
What up?
Man, well, first of all, don't mind me. I was actually listening for a few minutes. I was just getting some stuff together because I'm getting ready to hit that highway and go to homecoming tomorrow. So I was just getting some stuff together and everything, whatnot. And then I'm gonna hit home for about a day or two, and then come back up my way. So, but yeah, I was paying attention to the Kyrie situation because look like it's starting to spiral a little bit more out of control and everything. So it's almost like they because to me the way they doing Kyrie Irving, the way they doing Kanye, and the way they doing all our prominent black male celebrities is modern day buck breaking. I said that earlier on when Big Bow was on live earlier. I said the same thing. And
Yes.
that's exactly how it's looking. That's exactly how I'm saying because the method is different, but the goal is still the same.
Man, psychological.
Yep. And and by the way, I want to give a shout out to a YouTube content creator by the name of Jay Horn, who's a content creator that does real funny skits. He did one today that actually took a direct shot at Gayle King. And I'll actually post it in the private chat. And I think everybody in the chat, everybody on the panel need to go over to that brother's video and like it. I even commented on it. So I think they need to go ahead and like it, post your own comment on it, just flood that with comments. So to let people know that a lot of us out here, we paying attention. We seeing that the BS is going on with what they did with R. Kelly, with what they did with Bill Cosby, what they tried to do with Kobe, and everybody and all of our black male celebrities. I'll post a video in the private chat. If I can get to it a little bit later on, I'll. Oh, and I guess I'll go ahead and say I'll yield back.
All right. To everybody in the chat, man, look, we appreciate you all being here with us tonight and chiming in to listen to the conversation. You have brother Lexington, you got sister April, you got brother J Rock, you got brother David, myself. We come tonight to just talk about the state of the culture and things that we are seeing and witnessing within the culture. And I'm gonna start off with a heavy one. Why is the media so focused on Kanye West and Kyrie Irving apologizing other than them standing true to what they came out and stated? Why is the apology more important than their beliefs? That's the question. Why is the apology more important than the belief of that we all are entitled to our own beliefs, right? We can all
Correct.
agree.
Yeah,
So
we supposed to be.
Freedom of speech.
why are they more focused on these guys apologizing other than them standing in their truth? We all should live in our truth, right? We all
Absolutely.
should. That's the
I
only way
thought
to
we
live.
was.
That's the only way we can. That's the only way we supposed to live is to live in our truth. So if these guys, when we gonna say, well, we also have to, we also gonna understand this. Kanye West made a statement, but you have Kyrie Irving, the man just sent a tweet. But I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let Miss April go with her 2 minutes. But when they came out and addressed Kyrie tweet, they said he has 17 million followers on Instagram. He have another 5 million followers on Twitter. So is this about what he said, or is this about waking up the people? So we're gonna address the apology and the influence. So Ms. April, let me know what you think. You have 2 minutes to express yourself and your sentiments on the apology and the influence of waking up the people.
Well, they want us to apologize. Basically, in that apology, they want us to say we were lying. They want them to say that. That's why they want the apology. They want you. They already think Kanye West is crazy, so they want him to apologize. Like, what I said had no truth to it. That's what they really want him to say. That's 50 million people. If Kyrie had that many, 20 something on one and 30, 40, that's 40. That's a lot of people to go watch a documentary that's telling us how, they stole everything from us, the way the system is. So they don't want that many people to go watch that documentary. Are you kidding me? So they want them to apologize, because when they apologize, it makes it seem like they didn't know what they was talking about. This ain't true. It's all a lie. I made a mistake. That's my thoughts on it.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss April, for those words. Most definitely. Brother Lex, it's on you, man. You got 2 minutes to give your thoughts and opinions on the apology and the awareness, the waking up.
Okay, I'm gonna start off by saying, as far as the apology goes, um, they pretty much want their apology to try to keep other people from doing the same thing. And what I mean by that is the next person behind Kyrie might decide to step up, or the next person behind Kanye might step up and decide he want to speak out against whatever the game plan is they're trying to keep running. And by them getting them people to apologize on national TV or whatever the platform they're doing it on, it keeps other people from doing it. Pretty much, it keeps other people from doing it. I mean, it's not a like-minded people are not gonna like everybody on the panel and everybody on this chat. We know what's going on, but you got weak-minded people out there who are not strong enough to go along with the game plan or they trying to push. And then they like to use analytics. Everything is based on numbers or what you want to call it. So they use analytics to get their point across. So if Kyrie had that many followers, and they like to use those numbers to try to prove something, so that tells me that if he had all those followers and he's saying these things that he's saying, that means he's going to wake up a whole lot of people, and they definitely don't want that. So they like to use those numbers to try to prove something, and those numbers in their eyes, that would have proved that what they're trying to get done is going to be uncovered if you get the mass people listen to what he had to say, or what he or whoever he's following. He put it out there. That's going to wake up a whole lot of people. They won't be sleeping anymore. At least most of us, anyway. That's my thoughts on it. I yield back.
Okay. Minister David, man, what's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on them pushing the apology versus Kyrie waking up the people?
I mean, obviously the apology is like to like she said, to discredit him, disqualify him, like he don't know what he's talking about, make him look crazy like everybody else, and just do. And I like the way they keep it focused on Jew thing and not deal with the anti-Semitic thing, and not deal with what's been said or the allegation, the Jewish media. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just think it's a focus so they could not look at the other thing that's being said and just kind of shut them up. I'm a little distracted, y'all. So yeah, that's butt breaking. That's what I think about it. Man, I just hate to see it. I just left from playing chess, and it'd be a lot of chess players. So we be talking about it, and everybody is just picking up. Oh, he should apologize, and I'm like, man, god damn, man, y'all motherfuckers make me sick. Ain't nobody want to stand up and stand behind nobody that even stand up. It's like, man, how could we ever win? This shit is just so disappointing when I look at what people have to say. I'm talking about down low, not on these channels, but even on the channels. When I look, I didn't really recognize Kanye as apologizing, or Kyrie Irving for that matter. Maybe I need to go look at something else. It seemed like they are apologizing for offending, not really for what they said, though. I don't think that's the same. So I don't know. I could be looking at that crazy. I land.
Can I say something real fast? I'm asking permission to speak.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead, Ms. A. Were you done, David?
Y'all done, I land.
Okay.
Also, do you know if enough of us wake up, that means y'all got to give us Negroes something. Y'all done gave every race something. Where my 40 acres and a mule? See, if we woke up, stuck together, we could sue the United States. They owe us.
Facts.
They owe us.
Yeah, they do.
They owe us.
Yeah, they
Everybody
do.
in this country, every race, then got paid but black people, and we built this country. That means they would owe us, and we would break them. They owe us.
Yeah, but you know what? We got to be ready for that fight, though. We got to be ready to take it all the way down. I don't know what more got to happen, because if nobody see that, man, we is controlled. We don't have nothing. We ain't got no voice.
Even with money,
no
even
power.
with money, even with money, we are still controlled.
Control.
So, but did God, and I'm gonna say this and let J-Rock interject and say what he got to say, but did God put us on this earth to have money? The corporation made this shit about money, about material. The corporation turned this thing into materialism. A house, a car. This shit back in those days, those people wasn't driving cars. They were worried about having the money. They lived off. When they say living off the land, we was taught to live off the land.
Man, I ain't getting no square.
According to God, He would give us everything we needed to survive. Right? We got water. Right? That shit free. But who came up with the idea to take water and put it in a bottle and sell it to you?
They did.
God,
we don't know what's in that bottle of water.
He gave us everything. When we came into this world, He gave us everything we needed to survive. Like they say, you can give a child a fish, he'll eat for a day. But if you teach him how to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. But they have spoiled us thinking that money is the way to go. Money is the root of all evil, and it's printed on the note.
Yeah, they say you can't. I think the choice is between God and money.
That's
right
it.
Now, it's God and money. So if you love money, if you love the dividends and materialistic things, you in a twist right now because you got to sell your soul. You know what I'm saying? You got to shut the fuck up, bend the fuck over, and take what you got coming.
No Vaseline.
No Vaseline, dog. And it's just so crazy.
All of them done bent over and been fucked in the ass.
J-Rock, take over. Miss April, I just like how you just keep it 100 though, boy. You don't sugarcoat that shit.
Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Fuck you all of them.
I'm finna mute my mic and let J-Rock interject and get what he got to say. It's finna be a good night tonight, y'all. I'm really happy to be here. I want y'all to understand I'm happy that y'all even on the panel because these are the important things that need to be talked about. All right, J-Rock.
Well, damn. Let's see. The villain does get fucked with no Vaseline. Shout out to Ice Cube, death certificate 1991. Now,
oh boy, wasn't that a cold? That was a cold cassette. Summer vacation death certificate. Yes.
And as I jump on, I got breaking news.
Hold on right quick. Y'all, let's mute up so we can so everybody can hear what J-Rock's saying. We got some background noise. All right, J-Rock.
Okay, like I said, I got some breaking news here. Nike has suspended its relationship with Kyrie Irving since he got suspended 5 games by the Nets. And Nike has released a statement saying, at Nike, we believe there is no place for hate speech and we condemn any form of anti-Semitism. Also, they're going to suspend the sale of his Kyrie 8. And he has been in, even though his deal with Nike expires October 1st, 2023. That just came out about roughly 5 to 10 minutes ago.
Mm-hmm. And he did.
There you have it on the screen right there.
Yep. And so we are deeply saddened and disappointed by the situation and it impacts that it has impacted on everyone.
But who is everyone? Because you don't hear our people complaining, but I'm gonna let you finish your statement. If you done, then we can move along. if not, if you want to say something else, you can say something else. But if not, I'm gonna make a statement and we can move right along with regular scheduled programming. So if you got some more to say, then you got the flow. When you get done, I'll just speak what I think.
Well, the only other thing I was gonna say was I did put the link to Jay Horn's video in the private chat. So it is there. So if you're able to pull it up, or if you can't pull up the video, just at least the audio, that's fine. It's about the whole thing's about 11 minutes, but the other 5, but the second 5.5 is like outtakes, but the first 5 a little bit more 5.5 is like the actual video.
Okay. I'm gonna have to do that on my phone. I'm at work, so I'm on my. When I be on my phone, it'd be hard for me to, juggle the two without it messing up or whatnot. But yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out because we all know what Gayle King is and who she represents as well. But like earlier, I was saying when we was on, I say it seems as though us as a culture, we was misinformed. Our people, even from Martin Luther King on down, we have been combating racism when the whole time we should have been combating anti-Semitism, anti-Semitic. It seemed like when that word came around, you see the actions that is being taken right away. How long have we been fighting racism in this country? We've been racism for decades, centuries. We've been fighting the same shit. But these people come out right away and say Kanye West is being anti-Semitic. Kyrie Irving was being anti-Semitic. We need him suspended. He need to be dropped from the NBA. But the thing about it is, the people who say he need to be suspended and dropped from the NBA are the people who looks like him. For voicing his opinion, or not even voicing an opinion, for making a statement. But if you look at this thing, they want to silence Kyrie, but they got the microphone in his face. If you go back and listen to the press conferences, they are allowing him to tell the whole world what's fucking inside the documentary. Because every time they ask him a question, he's explaining. Oh, yeah, I understand 20 million people was lost in the Holocaust. But what about the 300 million people that look like me that's buried in this country?
Yeah.
So they are really, what they're doing to silence him is only allowing him to speak about the shit that's in the documentary, which one is going to make the listener curious to go fucking see what is he talking about. Because he just put out a tweet and didn't say nothing. But now that they got the microphone in his face asking them questions, now he's telling you what's inside of this documentary. Now you finna really go and see what this documentary is about. So for our people, we have been led astray for so long because nothing that we've said has come into action. And if they do give us we're gonna give y'all civil rights, but we gave y'all these civil rights, which means is we give it, we take it. So at the end of the day, we have been conditioned to be okay with just being given something, but not understanding that the same gift that they give you is the same gift that they can take away. Your freedom of speech, freedom of press. You're supposed to have freedom of protest. But what happened when we protest? We get met with guns, bean bags, pepper spray, dogs, water hoses. We have to start to make this shit make sense. But for our people that that reach a little bit of success in their life, for them to sit down and look down on a person that looks like them for stating the obvious. Because the thing about it is, Miss April, David, Lex, J-Rock, our people don't want to face the fucking reality of who we really are. They are okay with being what they see every day, what they have been labeled, niggas, the bottom of the barrel. People don't like reality, man. I tell you, how many people are willing to wake up in the morning, look in the mirror, and accept the bullshit they come with? Not too many. You got people out here that like to blame. I'm gonna blame this person. I'm gonna blame that person. It's the job. It's the school. It's always somebody. They never look at the person in the mirror, but instead they blame everybody else. And then when it comes a time like this, you done blamed everybody else until now it's like, okay, now everybody else is using the same fucking concept that you use to blame everybody else. They're using it against you. I just can't understand. And for me, it seems it's even worse now that I do understand. Like Kyrie Irving say, I lived 30 years on this. I've been in this world 30 years and never understood what people meant by saying, if you want to hide something from a black person, put it in a book. So now he say, I understand now that reading is a superpower. So that goes back to show you why they killed niggas during slavery every time they caught them reading.
Yeah. Okay. And my next.
The next topic gonna be Miss.
I wanted to chime in.
Oh, you want to chime in on that last topic right there?
Yeah. I wanted to say this. They tried to dog out the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Minister Louis Farrakhan. See, I ain't hung up on religion. I go to all of them. That Mosque Marion is up there. They done tried to label him as hating Jewish people. He ain't hate Jewish people. He was showing them, they was trying to say the same thing, and he was trying to tell us that we are our own worst enemy. We can have our own restaurant. We can have our own newspaper, because they got it all. The Nation of Islam, they got the final call. They be out there selling bean pies. They got a beautiful restaurant up there. So they labeled him as hating Jewish people. This is what they've done. You have black people like, oh, I'm not, Minister Louis Farrakhan, he hate everybody. No, Minister Farrakhan spoke about you Negroes that don't want to stick together and come together. He gives a great message. I ain't hung up on none of that stuff. I got all religions in me, I tell people.
You have to be.
I'm just like, I don't get into that religion and all that stuff. Don't move me.
And you know why? You know why you have. You know why you know why that's the best way to be in this thing that we call life, because you have to be open-minded. You have to be open-minded in order to try and understand what it is that this thing called life is. Why are there so many different? Why is it so many different religions? Why do people believe in certain things? If you have if you have a preference, that creates a one-track thought process. because nothing outside of your preference really going to matter. If you're not open-minded, how can you learn anything? You can't teach someone who's not willing to learn. So,
But yeah, they labeled the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan as an anti-Semitic person. He hated the Jewish people because Farrakhan gets up there every week and tell us black folks how we can have this, how we should be doing this. And
well,
that's what I wanted to put in there. How we've been programmed to hate our own people.
don't go with the program yet. That's going into the next question. Don't go to the program yet. That's going into the next question. What's up, Uncle Levi?
Hey, how you guys doing? How you doing, Miss April?
Hey, Levi, how you doing?
It's fine, dear. I apologize.
I left you a message when you was in town.
Yeah.
I wanted to meet you, take you out to dinner.
Yes, ma'am. And I didn't get it until I was on my way back. And thank you for the invite. And I will be back, and we will definitely have a nice dinner. I wanted to before Brother Vibe moves. First of all, to the panel, how you guys doing?
How you doing, Brother Levi?
What's good, Levi?
Hey, just fine, brother. I have a rule whenever I see intelligent black people having a conversation, I don't pass by. I have to stop. I'm the kind of person, every barbershop I've ever been in, anytime I've been amongst our people, I don't get caught up in infantile conversations or, I like these kinds of conversations. Miss April, and the reason why I jumped in here real quick, and I'm about to get off, but I wanted to jump in here and explain this to you guys, that first of all, as it relates to the different religions, God in the Bible is referred to as the Lord of hosts. The Lord of hosts. Meaning, if you go to a restaurant, you have a host. If you go to this restaurant, you have a host. It could be 1,000 restaurants, you have a host. And God is the Lord of hosts. Now, all religions have been corrupted. We know that. But if you look at the majority of these religions, even what the Native Americans practice, all of them prophesied about us. The Buddhist religion, Hindu religion. Go study the Hindu religion and see who's revered. White people say that they are idolaters, which is not true. They just have a different way of serving the Most High. But in all of the religions, it's that black cornerstone, it's that black unknown people that were prophesied to come. And we are those people. We are the only people on the planet. If you were to ask Barack Obama, where are you from? He can go back to Kenya and show you the village that his great-great-grandfather and mother lived in. If you were to ask anyone on the planet, where are you from? They can trace their lineage to Germany, Australia, certain parts of the planet. If you were to ask a black person that, I don't care if you're in a trap house or the White House, if you ask an African-American, quote unquote, that they'll say we're from Africa. But the majority are not aware, are we from West Africa? Africa is not a country, it's a continent. Are we from South Africa, West Africa? And there are a few who will tell you we're from the Ivory Coast, which is West Africa. However, let me say this real quick, that at the end of the day, what Brother Kanye has done and what Brother Kyrie has done is only Bible prophecy. Sister April says something 20 minutes ago. She says, once we come into the knowledge of ourselves, they know they will owe us. That title, Jew, is in itself a very exclusive title. Jesus in the Bible, if you go to the book of Revelations, his final words were, think about this. This is Jesus. He says, and I am aware of those who say they are Jews and are not. At the end of the day, brothers and sisters, Miss April was half right. Yes, they owe us. But guess what? Once we come into the knowledge of our true birthright, like
Now, Levi fell off.
Yeah, he fell off.
Somebody
Me
must
too.
have called. He gonna
Yeah.
jump back in here. But when he get done speaking, the next thing we gonna go to is y'all thoughts on red media. Let's see if he gonna
Oh,
come back. Let's give him a second to come back up.
okay.
If not, we gonna move along to the red media and y'all thoughts about the red media. Linda Alexander, what's up, Linda? How's it going? How's it going? Y'all, I'm telling y'all, these are the type of lives that's gonna be needed in order for us to really just make some progress. And like you said, we're not trying to change the world in one day. But long as we can start helping people to understand what direction we need to create a direction to start going. And then we can put a good we can make some good progress if we can just come to a direction to follow and what we need to be following, because it's crazy that one person brought us all here on these platforms, Robert Sylvester Kelly. And then it turned from that to now. Look what we're going to now. We got Kanye, we got the Kyrie, the Bill Cosby's. So many people. Yeah, it's a lot of our people that's out here going against those people. But we are the people who have the ability to think openly and say question shit, right? We all question things. We all are not going along with what they say. We know, okay, because we understand that these people have the control to put out the narratives. So that's why we're going to be going with, I think Levi coming back up now. Let me see. Is this Levi we got back? Yeah, we got Levi back.
yeah, that's never happened before. See,
All
and
right,
these out,
you back?
yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
When you're dealing with these algorithms, when you say certain buzzwords, now that's never happened before. My whole phone shut down. But
Dang.
oh, it happened. But I'll say this again. What you all must understand is that our birthright, what comes with our birthright, is power. It is not, which Miss April's right. They owe us. But when you know who you are and we come together collectively knowing that our birthright was stolen and we are the chief cornerstone of God's kingdom and we understand our history and how unique we are as a people in our totality. Jesus told you what it was. Jesus said, you don't have to ask for reparations. He says, knock and the door shall be open. Seek and ye shall find. Everything that we want collectively, we have the power to bring it into existence, just as God has brought this universe and a billion other galaxies into existence by just saying be. We are a very unique people. We are the only people on the planet that don't know our don't know where we came from. We wear other people's names, but guess what? We were prophesied about. If you go to the Native American teachings, they said the pale horse. They talk about the pale horse. Then they say the black horse that's going to show up that is good medicine. They refer to us. We are such a unique people, and as you all and others discuss what Kanye said and what Brother Kyrie said, I'm elated because I know that these are the end times. I'm elated at the fact that the truth, as the Bible says, nothing will go down until the truth. That day will not come until the man of sin is revealed. There must be a revealing of the truth, and that truth now is coming out more and more and more and more, and there's nothing that they can do to stop it. So I just want Miss April, and I want you guys to understand that it is not a something that we have to make them do, or we need reparations. No, 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 no. Once we come into the true knowledge of ourselves, we can form a circle and produce a mountain. And y'all may say it sound crazy, but the Bible says that the children, what did they do? They walked around the wall of Jericho. They walked around the wall, and the walls came tumbling down. There is a power that exists within Black people in America that some may call it magic, some may call it a phenomenon, but it is an electricity. It is a power. Brother Vi talked about money. Money is called currency. Money is an artificial. It's artificial. It's an artificial currency. We have the real currency, but in order for us to generate that currency, we have to come together. We have to be a united people. And this is why there has been an all-out concerted effort. Think about it, y'all. The number one rule in America is do not let Black people come together. That's the number one rule. They might as well put it at the head of the goddamn Constitution. That because they know once we come together, but the Bible says that in the end we are going to come together.
Yeah.
But it's going to be through harsh circumstances. It's going to be through famine. It's going to be through some horrific times. But the Bible says once those harsh winds blew on the dry bones in the valley, that they came together and they stood up an exceedingly great army. So thank you, Brother Vi, for allowing me to speak. But please remember, yes, without a doubt, all human beings have a chance to make it into the hereafter. All human beings, those who love the Lord, they have a chance. But Jesus, if you look at First Matthew's, Jesus, when you look at First Matthew's, it says, and he shall save his people from their sins. His people, referring to us. That whole walk of Jesus, that whole Jesus story is about us. And now that we're coming into that knowledge, it's going to keep going and keep going and keep going. But just remember, before it's all over, the Bible says if it's the size of a little net up under a rock, is going to be revealed. So we are living in Revelation. We are living in a time where that knowledge is going to free us. What did Jesus say? The truth and the truth alone will make us free. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what it's going to be like, but I know that the Bible says that eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, nor has it even entered into the hearts of men what God has planned for us and this world. The Bible says that undeserved suffering is redemptive in the eyesight of God, and there has never been a people on the planet in the annals of history who have suffered more than Black people in America. Burned at the stake, lynched, castrated, thrown into prison like Robert. You name it, we've experienced it. So I say, as I close, I'll say, rejoice, 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 because God's revelation is being fulfilled. And just know that we are a special people. We are. And before we ain't gonna believe it. How God is gonna bless us and wrap this thing up, and how we're gonna come out on top, we're not even gonna believe it. We, the rejected and despised, becoming the head. People, and Sister April, you had the young lady on your show, LaKendra, I believe her name is. We on different sides of the track, but she was speaking some very knowledgeable words, the LaKendra lady. And with all due respect, there was another young lady on there, and as LaKendra started to speak how you all are speaking and talking about this, she says, well, we don't want to talk about that. But she wanted to talk about sex. That is the problem, y'all. We cannot allow our Lord desires to take us away from the focus of that higher desire in our minds, in our hearts, in our souls, to thirst and hunger for that which is going to free us and that which is going to open up an entire new world, not only for us, but for the entire planet. So, Brother Vi, I thank you so much for allowing me to speak so long. I just had to dip in here and say that. If you notice the conversations you guys are having, it ain't no 300 or 400 people in the chat.
No,
But if y'all was coming on here talking about Levi and R. Kelly's cousin and Bruce and this and fighting and this and kill them and that, you'll have 300-400 people in your chat. You'll have 300 people in your
I
300.
don't do that type of drama.
There you go.
I'm not into that. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. But I would prefer to be amongst these 30, 40 people, 20, whatever, and you guys in the chat and have these conversations than to be on a channel where there's 1,000 people in the chat and they're talking a bunch of foolishness. Thank you, my dear brother Vi. And I'm gonna continue to listen. I'm listening to you guys. J Rock,
okay,
what up? What up, bro?
Chime in whenever.
Levi, what's good, man? Appreciate you like always.
Yeah, same here, my dear brother. Okay, brother Vi, thank you so much, bro. I'm gonna continue to listen.
All right, Levi.
Thank you, brothers. Peace, sister. Bye bye.
All right, Miss April, go and give us your understanding and your opinions as far as the red media and what you think about it.
The red media is for anything that's gonna make money. The red media, I mean, they was behind this man doing this documentary. This documentary been out 2018. So you really can't say they discriminate, because there's all kind of documentaries out there. You know, you can go to PBS. They're teaching us about the history of Black people. The red media is about money, and they don't care. They gonna make their money. Like Kyrie said, he didn't make the documentary. They selling it on Amazon. You can order the book. But the red media is gonna make their money. They helped this Black man do this. He did it. They don't care. They gonna make money. 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 The love of money is the root of all evil. So they're backing anybody that's gonna bring them revenue. They don't care. They don't care.
Okay. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do? I mean, what can you say? They backed the documentary. They let this man do it. This thing been out since 2018. For 4 years. They knew they knew the documentary was out there.
Right.
It don't matter if it's money. All about money. They don't care. That's all I can say. They don't care. Anything that's going to sell and make money, the red media is going to push it. They don't care. But we so petty and arguing. We too busy worrying about what religion somebody is, what kind of car they drive, and all of that. Red media is a business to make money, and they don't care at my expense, your expense. They gonna tell any type of story they want to tell. And they talking about they done shelved that Kanye West documentary. I bet you within the next 6 months it'll be out. It's business. It's money. Red media is a business. They don't care who they exploit, who they talk about. They don't care. That's all I gotta say.
Okay. Brother Lex, what you got to say about the red media, man?
Oh man, I'll just say I'm gonna make this point. It's gonna be a short point. From what I gather, I think on one of your posts that you had played the little commentary with Kanye talking about what they were doing and whatnot. I'll make this point. they control they control the airways with whatever they want to put out, and by them controlling those airways, what we see or what other people see who are not like-minded like we are on this panel and like people we have in the chat and so forth. Uh, that message they put out to other people uh, about our people or about any kind of person of high standard, um, they'll change the narrative, and then they have us going at the person that looks like us, like we're doing now, or like some of us are doing right now with Kanye and Kyrie and those other people that we've always not looked up to, but we always seem to grasp to and want to sit down and try to gain knowledge from. When they put those documentaries out or whatnot, and they change the narrative, it has other people thinking like, "Well, hey, we can't follow them no more because this narrative been put out," and some of us even believe it. And like uh, like the Queen said, it's all about money. They don't care how they get it. They don't care what they got to do to get it. As long as they're able to change the narrative to make everybody turn to another direction and to not following that person anymore and bring them down, and they're still close and grasping at others to try to bring down also. Not just that person they're bringing down. They want to try to discourage anybody that try to follow that person. And then there you go. You have one person down, you got three people, and you have a tree of people who they're going to be combating that. Then we're going to be jumping on the bandwagon with them, not knowing that it's all part of the game. So that's my take. That's my take on it. They're all doing this out of spite of they know that if they don't do it, that we're going to come together and try to knock them off the square. Because right now they're scared to get knocked off of their square, and right now they're real comfortable. But like Levi said, they've started becoming uncomfortable now because they're making people apologize and you want to take this from this person because they said something and you don't like it, but we've been going through a whole lot of things that we don't like, and not less alone the apology. We've been asking for a whole lot of stuff. We hadn't even got not one of them, not even an apology. Y'all getting apologies and everything. So that's my take on it. I'll yield back.
We got Brother David.
Okay. What's interesting to me is that like the appeal that Kanye made, right? He was like in the conversation with Piers, I think, Morgan. He was like, the Jewish kids that basically follow Ye. He want to ask them. He want to have them ask their parents, why is Ye mad at us? You know what I'm saying? So this fight that we in, right? A lot of people who looking at it, especially when you say the Jews and then you bring out the fact that they do own the media, that has raised awareness in a lot of other people that wasn't looking at it like that. They've been looking at the black and white thing like I was talking about.
Like I was watching this one guy who did a reaction to what Kanye said. It was like a Chinese guy, and he was breaking it down, and he was going like um, he was like going back in the past and showing how about Adolf Hitler and his claims against the Jews, and whereas they villainized the man, but it was still like he wasn't totally off, so I don't want to get lost in the sauce of what I'm saying. So I just want to say that everybody is looking. The transparency level that we at right now is going to take more than us to do it. And as we all see on the panel, that we in a position of weakness. Don't really have nothing. We don't own anything. We're basically at the mercy of God, really, at this point. You know what I'm saying? So, but God is going to use other people to help build us up in this position. So we're not necessarily by ourselves, but we need to understand and come to the point and realize that we do have an enemy. We are under attack, and not just us. They make it look like it's just us. But if we compare what we've been through in America, other people have been through some shit too. You know what I'm saying? But we so focused on what we've been through, and it's so gigantic to us, and we're not really having a world view of what other people have been through, losing millions and millions of people, like we have also. So they are also watching what's going on with us too, because the same people that's doing this to us is actually responsible for doing it to them too. So this is a global thing that's going on. It's a worldwide thing that's going on. And it's just the time, so it's God's timing. So the people of God, wherever you may come from, your background, I believe when I say people of God, I say people that recognize and honor God, that there's a higher being that's in control of things, then we can kind of rest and let God do what he's doing, because we see what type of position, and we in like a powerless position. This is why God placed us in that position, so that we can pay attention, first of all, come to our senses, realize what's going on, and then come to him, get right with God, and allow him to finish this process so that we can be at peace with God and in peace with ourselves while everything is kind of going down. Because I think that we're finna see some more just earth-shattering truths and things to come out that they're not going to be able to silence. So I'm just gonna land right there. I know I went everywhere. Hopefully, I made some sense out of what I was just trying to say. But yeah, I land right there.
What's up, brother J Rock?
Is he still there? I wanted to chime in and say something. If J Rock.
What if I'm here? Let everyone go ahead.
It's on you, J Rock.
Okay. I was just saying, if everyone's going to say something, you can go ahead, go right ahead. I'll answer after her.
Okay. In response to what he said, let me tell you something. I love God. God is first. But baby, let me tell you something. Right now, I'm on the revolution.
I thought Miss April must have finna say some shit, man.
Yeah, she was gonna go ahead, boy. I'm gonna have to explain myself.
Yeah, man.
I have to rectify that statement. I see.
And dropped off real quick.
Let me tell you something. She also revolutionary, and I dig it too. I'm on it too, but we still trying to find out who the real enemy is. How you gonna strike? Where you gonna strike? You know what I mean? We like swinging in the dark right now.
Well,
about this is a true story, man. Around 2015, I was working out here in I was working out in Sealy, Sealy, Texas, down by Katy, Houston, down that way. I was working on highway construction. And his brother come to me. He was talking to me. He asked me, have I ever read the book of Deuteronomy? I'm like, I don't even know what that is. I never heard about it. I hadn't. He say, you don't know? You never heard of that? I say, no, I never heard of Deuteronomy ever before. He's like, he said, I'm gonna suggest that you go and try to find it and read it, and learn about who you are. I said, okay. I really didn't take nothing of it. Really didn't think nothing of it. So he goes on to say, it's gonna be a shift. He said it's a shift coming in this world. And the people that's in power, they know what's about to take place. And he said the thing that they're gonna do is they are gonna try to battle to keep control. And now, everything that man told me then in 2015, I'm starting to see it.
Mm-hmm.
The people that's in power, they know that their time is coming up. So what they're going to do is they're going to try to battle us. I mean, they're going to try to battle the power to be, because the battle is not with us, the people. The battle is with God.
Exactly.
And they know that. But they're not just going to lay down and give their power away. They're going to try to fight.
Right.
So, Miss April, before you got kicked off, I know you had the hot sauce on the. You was finna pour the hot sauce on the fish and drop the plate.
Lord, I say I love the Lord, but I'm tired now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on some the revolution shall not be televised type stuff. I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of waiting. And I feel like God gave us enough sense of knowledge. Like we got to go take ours now. And there was wars in the Bible. So don't, I ain't with all of this no more. The revolution will not be televised. And that's where I'm at. I'm tired. I'm tired.
Miss April, I say the battle is like on two fronts, right? Like you got boots on the ground, and then you got those who coming through in the helicopters. You know what I'm saying? And they have foresight. They can see the whole area. Okay. So when I get into the spiritual mode, talking about God, I'm talking about rising up above the circumstances that we're standing in and seeing things from God's standpoint. Now, we still boots on the ground. And since we got boots on the ground, once we make connection with God and we understand that God is in control and we, his people, are covered. Now, you know that his people, you can say we his people all day, but we're not acting like his people. You know what I'm saying? So God, you got to act like, God got a certain standard. So he got to get his people in shape. His people is out here booty shaking, pimping, hustling, selling dope, shooting, killing. If you want to say we his people, and he don't tolerate that. So he got to clean all that up. So he going to hold the guilty accountable, and he going to deliver the righteous. Now, you going to, I'm just saying, we all stand guilty before God. We can blame the white people, we can blame the Jews, we can blame everybody. But personally, each one of us has to get ready before God, because he coming. We see everything laying out before us. Now, the battle is his. Our battle is to remain confident in the Lord and his ability, with our wits about us, not high. It says, be sober, be vigilant, for your adversary, the devil, walketh around as a roaring lion. Now, we've been partying while the devil's been taking care of business. All right? So, now, a part of our warfare, because they say, we battle not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual wickedness in high places. So it's not physical. So if your revolution ain't going to be televised, it shouldn't be. It should be you somewhere praying to God, for interceding for your people. And I don't want to tell you what to do. I'm just saying. It's the two front battle. boots on the ground, which is us, trusting in the command of the Lord that He gave us, and the instructions that He give us. And that's us on the ground, boots on the ground, but seeing things from God's standpoint that He got it, so that we don't become, you know, disheartened or too angry, because it also says that the anger of man does not work at the righteousness of God. So God has a way to bring us where He wants us, validate, vindicate, give us like He did the children of Israel when He brought them out of Egypt, and they had all the possessions of the Egyptians. He's able to do that, but we have to trust Him in His process and not get before Him. That's in my own humble opinion. So I'm not saying don't be, in your mind, revolution. Yeah, it's time to recognize the time that we're in the position, but to give it to the Lord as far as waiting for His instructions. Not that we don't move, but that we wait for the time to move, because we don't want to crash out and be reckless and then lose the whole battle that's before us. So again, I probably went everywhere. I land with that.
No, I mean that was a great response, but I'm ready. I'm ready to
Me
fight.
too.
You know what I'm saying? If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
Right.
Right? Okay. J Rock, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
So Miss April wanted to let us know that she was ready. And she mean goddamn ready.
You goddamn right.
All right, J Rock, what's your thoughts, man? I'm gonna give my sentiments on that, and then we're gonna keep it pushing.
Okay. Now I'm assuming we're still talking about the media, well, the red media.
Red media.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, funny thing about the red media, Kanye brought up the red media, and if you take a look at it, the red media has been pushing yellow journalism to take down black men, to try to take away their green money while protecting the legacy of white men.
God damn. Say that again, J Rock.
Oh, yes. Give him the road.
Well, like I said, I'll say it one more time for the people in the back if they didn't quite hear me. I said the red media has been pushing yellow journalism on black men to take their green money while protecting the legacy of white men. I done just ran off 5 colors in that one phrase. So if you really take a look at it as a whole, the media has pushed propaganda for God knows how long. It's nothing new. The media is just more weaponized now in this era than it ever has been before. Because back in the day, back in the day, in the early Generation X, like late 70s, early 80s, you only had like 3 major broadcast stations and the newspapers and maybe a few magazines. Now, fast forward to today, we got 24-hour news channels of different, whether right-leaning, left-leaning, supposedly medium, supposedly balanced. I mean, it's so much more consumption out there, and all the information is not good information, which obviously we know because of the fact the way we covered R. Kelly's case and how that situation has been. And for the people out there who already know, if you happen to look at everything that was reported and everything that was said, everything now is, even when you thought about it, it was like kind of incomplete. And when you start digging, you start being like, okay, why wasn't this mentioned? Why wasn't that mentioned? Holy shit, you just told a whole other lie. So now everything you thought you knew has been turned on its head. And the media has been has been just trying to blind. Has just been trying to blind you so much that you really can't see any truth at all. Only truth you can see is their own, and their truth. And their truth is really not a truth, but a narrative. So which one you want? Do you want truth or narrative? You can't have both. So on that point, I'll go ahead. I'll yield back.
Okay, and I want to jump in and interject on that and say, now that the true catalyst behind the media is being brought to the forefront, now it makes you, for me, this is just what it happens to me when I hear Kanye West, when he bring the truth to the forefront of, as far as who's behind these networks. And then I think about it, like even to hear about, we knew Martin Luther King for the great things and the speeches and things of that nature, but then to hear the slander, oh, he was an adulterer, he cheated on his wife, and things like this, like trying to diminish all the work and sacrifices that brother put in for the betterment of our people. Same thing you have with Tupac. The same thing you have with Bill Cosby. It's like these, now you understand why these narratives, right? My question has been, since the R. Kelly ordeal, who creates the narrative? Because whoever creates the narrative and put the narrative out before the story comes out, that's who control the direction of where things go. It could be my story, but if someone else put out the narrative of my story before I come out and talk about my story, then guess what? I have to challenge the goddamn narrative. But it's my story. So what we seen with R. Kelly in particular, we seen I'm not gonna say R. Kelly, we just gonna say Kanye West. They come out about 5-6 years ago, they come out with the narrative that Kanye West is crazy. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I believe that they came out with that narrative that Kanye was crazy is because once they got to understand Kanye West, they realized that they could not control Kanye West. They said, we can't control this nigga. So we got to figure out another way to dismiss him. So that's when you get the narrative that he's crazy. Oh, he need mental health. He's schizophrenia, all this shit. So now when Kanye West come out and tries to tell people his side of the story, our people dismiss Kanye West as being crazy. Oh, that fool need to go sit down somewhere. He been fucked up ever since his mama died. He ain't making no sense. But nobody listening to what he's saying. Mm-hmm. But they control the narrative. Now it's the man, the person, Kanye West, R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, other people, it's them versus the narrative. Just think about the shit you hear about these entertainers before the action ever take place. You hear the rumors, you hear the narratives first. And then once the entertainer come trying to defend himself, down here come he crazy. Oh, he a pedo. He drugged these women. You hear all this shit after the fact. But the narrative has already been put out there because these people that run these networks, that create these documentaries and things like that, they control the narrative. They want to put it, and just like they control that narrative, they control the narrative.
After those people.
I'm going to chime in on what you just saying, Big Vi. Now, since we the chosen people, we supposed to be moving in the whole direction. Okay. Now, We ain't really supposed to give these people nothing to talk about, neither. Now, we got to keep it real. You know, the majority of us black people, we done some illegal shit, some wrong shit. We banned food stamps. We had fucking cable boxes. We had cable hookup. You know, we ain't everybody done did a little hustling. Some folks, we done did what it took to survive out here. Okay. And so a lot of us ain't been no model citizens, no way. And going back to what David was saying, God wants us to be ready too. So see, you don't move in his time, he will humble your ass. Now, everybody got to take in account for what they've done in their lifetimes and what they did. And everything ain't rumors and ain't false narratives too. So I'm just speaking on that. We as black people done had some fucked up and done did some fucked up ass shit.
Well, I put the narrative. Only reason why I look at it to be
we done
narrative.
sold dope to our people. We idolize the drug dealers.
But see that right there though, Miss April. How can we sell it to our people? We not making the shit.
It don't matter. We shouldn't. We messed up our own
community. It don't matter when they brought in this corruption.
I understand that, but people made choices. I got a guy right now that's trying to do everything he can to make up for selling dope here in these streets of Joliet, Illinois. You don't see,
but that's on both sides. That's both sides of the race.
All of them Negroes sold dope to their communities, and they don't even go back. None of them folks. So we ain't been no model citizens neither. So we got to stop saying it's the white man's fault too for a lot of shit. We got to look at the mirror and what we did.
If you're not going to address the root of it, it ain't no sense of speaking on it. A nigga ain't selling dope on no corner unless the white man allow it. Who bringing the dope into the city? Who putting it there? Who making the drug buses taking the dope from one side of town to the other side of town? Who doing
I get all of that. I've been in that life. Jump Out Boys, all of that shit. Okay, but
they do it. So they put a nigga back against the wall and tell them, we need you to do this. We just seen it so much. We can't control.
I should have never got in bed with the devil. I should have never did.
Right, that's what it is. You can't. Once you get in bed with the devil, that's it. And you getting in bed with the devil when you go to Hollywood.
Right, but it's my fault. This ain't no narrative. I chose to do some bad shit. We got to take accountability for our actions too. Now,
if you choose to go to Hollywood, you going to pursue a dream. You ain't going to Hollywood to do bad shit. But guess what happens when you get in Hollywood? You end up doing bad shit, right? So some people don't choose to be the dope dealer, but somehow, you become the dope dealer. Because we done seen many times, how many times we heard, man, we got cops who've been busted planting dope on people. I mean, we can really address this thing and go deep down into it, but when it comes to our people, man, we just gotta look at it and just keep it real. I'm not gonna sit here and say if the same dope dealer was in a different situation, would it be the same? A lot of shit we can't question. A lot of shit we can question. A lot of shit we can't question. But I know one thing: if they had a way to tax dope in this country, If they can put a tax on it, guess what it'll be? It'll be legal. What is marijuana right now? It's legal. Then they're gonna be legal in every state. Because guess what? They can make a profit from it. They don't care about that shit. They get it and take it from one person, give it to you. Got when you listen to these Kingpin
you got
documentaries,
some people.
the government.
You got some people that work 3 jobs and never sold anything, so they will be honest living people out here. We get in bed with the devil too much. That's the point I'm trying to make.
So,
I mean, we want to hook up. We want to buy from the booster. I mean, we want to go to the hood. I mean, we got to take accountability for our actions too. Now.
I understand that, but I'm saying that not everybody have a choice when it comes to this game. When it comes to certain situations, not everybody is. Some people are just under circumstances. That's what they have to do. I understand that we all have a choice, but we don't all have the same chance. Yeah, we got a choice to make, but if you're gonna put a person back against the wall, you really can't say what they will or won't do.
Well, a lot of us did a whole lot of shit we didn't want to do to survive.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, I got to go back and I got to tell people don't do what I did.
And see,
a lot of these narratives, we have placed them out here, is all I'm saying. We got to take accountability.
Well, we the face of narratives, because guess what? How can we put narratives out if we don't control none of the outlets? That's the whole thing right there. How can we put out a narrative when we don't control the media? Right? See, they not letting Kanye West, they not letting Kyrie put out this anti-Semitic shit.
Yep, that's fact.
So who control the narrative?
Well, we can kind of control the narrative from a standpoint as far as our sphere, of influence is like we're doing right now. So we just promote Black love, Black power is the way to start. You know what I'm saying?
But
we got to start taking accountability.
That's on a personal. That's on a personal. On a personal note, you are absolutely right. We do have to. Each person does have to reevaluate himself, his position, his morals, his values, and see whether he's moving for himself or for his people right now in this time. Yeah, and then self accountability is needed, necessary, warranted, and we are representing that right now as we speak, because we're here speaking. Now we have a background, like I'm in Chicago. I believe the narrative for Chicago is a city of redemption, because we know all the corruption and things that went on in the city and still is going on in the city. But the people
I'm in Joliet.
Joliet. You know about Chicago.
Right. I'm
Chicago.
from Chicago, right. All my peeps up there. I mean, we moved to Joliet, but
we're a city of families, you know what I'm saying? And we love our family. And I don't know what narrative is being painted on the media screen, which could be another production that they want to come to pass. But when I see people in Chicago, I see people that belong to families, and they love their families, and they stand up for their family. You know what I mean? So that's the narrative right there. Black love, Black power, fatherhood of every hood is the beginning. God first, I would have to say, in my case, for me and mine, because we is honestly fighting something that is evil. You know what I'm saying? And we need all the good help that we can possibly get. So I would take God over what they offer in Hollywood for all those who don't think it's a God or whatever, don't want to hear the God stuff. I want to side with the people who believe that there's a God, as opposed to the people who don't. You know what I'm saying? And so most of these people who believe in God, they believe in family. You know what I'm saying? They believe in mothers and fathers being in the home. They believe in protecting and raising their children in the fear and admonition of God. So especially black folks. So we get back, we say black love, black power, God first. You know what I'm saying? That's for us particular people. You know what I mean? That's my advice.
Let
And
me
for
ask you
any
something,
other
David,
people,
right quick. Let
yeah.
me ask you a question, and this for anybody. Do you all think that if our people really understood the technical aspect of making it to that level called Hollywood, if they really understood, because at this point it just became like it's clear as day now. But
Well,
we
they
have
put
so many people who have worked their whole life to want to be an actor, to say, "Oh, I made it to Hollywood," but then they get there and realize that Hollywood is not a place for weak-minded individuals
mm-mm,
or people who just want to be rich.
mm-mm,
Because if you just want to be rich, what that means? You will do anything to be rich.
anything, right?
So I
Right.
feel like these are the conversations that we're having. These are the type of conversation that needs to be had. But guess what? If these conversations become too big, like I just said earlier, of course we can have this conversation on this platform. We got 26 people in here. What did they say Kyrie had on Instagram? 17 million followers. He had another 5 million on Twitter. If you think I had 1 million followers on this platform, we'll be able to talk the way we're talking right now.
Yeah, until they shut us down. But you've been on Spark. You've been on Spark one out of that many people. Conversation gonna keep going. And that's what people don't understand. I be having people tell me all the time, because I be talking all the time, right? They, well, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? I say, man, I'm talking. Right now, I'm talking. And somebody is hearing what I'm saying. I'm sparking the conversation and the thought in somebody's mind that we don't necessarily have to go with the program. You know what I'm saying? We can step back from what everybody's trying to tell us to do and follow our truest instincts and our heart, you know what I'm saying, and make the right decisions, because everybody is trying to tell us what to do, who we are, what we ain't, what to move for, what not, what to stand up for. That's why a lot of people ain't doing that, because they confused. They don't know who to ride with. Everybody is running game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just talking a lot of the time. So again, I went back to saying talking, but it starts right there. It starts inside of the talk, inside of the conversation, the thoughts that's being exposed. You know what I'm saying, for other people to even look at. So this is where it starts. So it's a good place. Before they be able to take that all the way away from us, we just need to utilize it to the best of our ability until they do, if they're able to.
Right, and that shit, and the thing is, like when for me, it's just like reading and looking into a lot of this stuff. Even the simple fact of them wanting apologies, and or like I heard these people on ESPN, they are mad because of LeBron James hadn't said nothing, Kyrie hadn't said nothing, CJ McCullough hadn't said nothing, Durant hadn't said nothing. Why they so quiet? Why they not speaking up about this? But it's a thing for me when I hear our people say we shouldn't be worried about what happened to our ancestors, because the people that did that to them is no longer here. So why does it matter if LeBron James have an opinion about a tweet that Kyrie made? Why is it that they want us to condemn each other in the public and apologize, right? They want all of our people to apologize for what Kyrie and Kanye said. They want everybody that's in entertainment, celebrity, sports, whatever. We need y'all to come out and apologize for what Kyrie and Kanye said. But we still we not holding these families accountable for what they people did to our ancestors. Because I hear our people say, well, that was back then. That ain't got nothing to do with us. How the hell? the thing about what makes it even more dangerous now than what they did, at least back then, it was physical, what they was doing to us. Right now, they whooping our ass in every way which possible.
Mm-hmm.
Physical, mentally, taking your speech away.
Mentally, they whooping us.
But you
They
know,
beat the
It
shit
used
out
to
of
be
us.
physical.
What
I
that
will
man said
say,
on Harlem Night? Well, you come New World Order. Y'all get ready to get knocked the fuck out. Cause they doing it. They
but you
doing it,
know,
man.
our ancestors overcame all the obstacles with God and education. You know what I mean? So we are actually doing a disservice to them because a lot of us is not trying to get educated. A lot of us is just
But you know what
trying.
they had? But look, David, our ancestors overcame a lot of the obstacles through God, but guess what they wasn't doing? They had
Right.
relationships with God because they wasn't reading about God. They had a relationship with God.
Now,
They wasn't reading.
well, you know, I guess part of the history they wasn't reading, you know, what the English or whatever. Yeah, I mean, if we talk about from slavery part, but the way they learned how to read was through reading the Bible.
Do you have to read to have a belief in God?
Not
Do you have to
really.
read to have a belief in there's a higher power?
No. But to have an understanding, it would be nice for you to have knowledge of what
But
you believe
why
in
do you
and
have
why.
to read what's already in you?
No, man, you know, in us, you know, we part human, man, you know, and it's a part of us that's divine. That's not necessarily, that has to be taught like everything else has to be brought out of us through teaching. You don't just naturally become a doctor because
But how do you learn from the people who want to keep it away from? That's what I'm studying. I'm trying to make sense of
well,
it.
yeah, no, but everybody,
If you are a marksman, right? And I don't know how to be a marksman, but you know, it's like do you think that these people really gonna allow us to learn? Even with this with the whole thing about the Bible. And why was certain, if they wanted us to learn, why would they take certain books out of it?
well, you know, those books that was taken out of it is still available. You know, this is the part that we leave up to God because every book that's supposedly missing out of the Bible, you can go read it. The Apocrypha, all those books, you can read them. My thing is, people don't even know the 66 books. And they don't even know
But
what's
check
contained in
this
them
out.
books.
One thing they didn't change in that Bible, and that was hair of wool and skin of bronze, and that's in all virgins.
And see, that's
So that
another
needs
thing
to kill.
that's another thing that I have a problem with. People pick and choose what they want to pick out the book. But let me just go back to just saying this: that you know, when you're dealing with spirituality and spirits and demons and stuff like that, you know, you don't just naturally know how to deal with that. We dealing in a physical realm with feelings and stuff like that. You know, spirits that's a whole nother way of existing. You know what I mean?
So when did they now you good
Okay,
with the Bible.
so the other thing I want to say is this right here, right? We cannot give all people bad intent and motives. Like you got people who, like I do heating and air conditioning, right? For a short example. I would love to teach all black people, all my black young brothers how to do what I do, right? But the truth is they busy doing, most of them busy doing what they want. They don't want to do this. So I so much love what I do and so much pass it on that I give it to anybody. So I feel like it's like that with the Bible also. Like it was people that was really trying to keep us from reading the scriptures and being on the same level as understanding what's being said in these scriptures, where you get a Nat Turner who says, hey, no, man, you can't run that on me. I know what these scriptures mean. And that's because he knew how to read and he had understanding and comprehension that came from knowing how to read. This is what Kyrie was talking about. Now, when you begin to read, you know that God ain't white or black. God is a spirit. You got to worship him in spirit and truth. He made black and white. He made all races of one blood.
And that's
what
why I
All
say the
nations,
spirit.
God.
And that's why I say the spirit is in all of us.
Well,
The
I
spirit of
know
God is in
because
all of us.
no. The spirit of man is in all of us. That when he created us, what makes us live as an organism, as a species on the planet. No. But his spirit is not in all of us. You know, if you got people that's having sex with babies, God's spirit is not in that person. That's why you have heaven and hell. You know,
But just
no.
like the devil deceived man, right? The devil deceived God, right? He was once an angel, right?
Devil ain't never deceived God. How is that possible? How could the devil
The
deceive
devil
God?
deceived man, but what was God? Was the devil once in heaven? He was once an angel, right?
Yeah,
So how did he become the devil if he didn't deceive?
he didn't deceive God.
But I don't want to make it about the Bible. But I don't want to get to talking about the Bible because, like me, I believe in God. I believe in the power of God, in the Word of God, and that He is. It
Let me
is a
ask you this.
spiritual
Let me ask you this.
thing.
Let me ask you this. Do you believe in instruction? Right? I mean, like it's one
Let me
thing.
tell you this. When I talk
Okay.
about instruction, I don't believe in something that. For me, I have a different belief when I think about why is it if it's God, right? They say there's only one God. God say you don't praise no man but him, no other man. Why
Right.
is there so many different versions? Why so many people telling this story in their own version of it?
Because there's
That's what
so
I
many
don't
people.
understand.
Wait a minute, because there's so many people, Big Vat. Because it's so many
But
people.
why
And
is this? If God is only God, why is this book told in so many different? Why is the story of God told in so many forms? I don't
because
understand it.
well, you're talking about we've been existing on this planet for a very long time, right? You know what I'm saying? So you got different cultures, that
But
spread
God
far
has been
apart.
the same though, the whole
Huh?
time we've been existing.
Right, but that don't mean that the understanding of God has been the same throughout the whole existence. You know what I mean? So, like it's like man is coming to a gradual understanding, like we finna get ready to meet him in a minute. So,
Uh-huh.
ain't nobody never really seen God. He has been communicating as almost if like,
Okay.
so
And let me ask you this: do
right.
you know when religion was created? Why was religion created?
I mean, man, I don't have an answer to that question. I think it's just something that's just innate in man for him to understand that when he look up and he see that he is not in control of all these things around him, and he has a mind. So the mind begins to wonder and say, man, it's got to be something bigger and greater than me. So they begin to form the different ideas of what this God may look like to that's why they make them so big and look strong or with different heads and all kinds of stuff trying to describe what their mind is considering to be God or gods. You know what I'm saying? But that don't mean that it's accurate. That mean that these human beings are trying to understand their existence and so you have different visitations from all around the planet. On Markers and Caves, you'll see all type of something coming from the sky communicating with human beings. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And these
So
things,
why do we rely? Why are we relying on someone to tell us who we are and our history and our heritage and where we come from? And we go back. I see me. I think I like to play devil's advocate sometimes because even in school, none of this stuff that we're talking about right now tonight have we ever had it talked about in school.
well, we
Why?
didn't, but some people did. Once upon a time, it was mandatory. They
Why?
like,
Why is these people they not telling us our history. They taught us their version of our history,
well,
not
let
the
me say
history
this.
that we should have been taught.
Let me say this, Big Bad. You'll have some Jews like Kyrie Irving that would disagree with you. Because a lot of our story, like they said, is in the Bible. Some people will actually say it's our story.
No,
that's been
I'm
posed.
talking about. I'm not talking. I'm not talking about the Bible as per se. I'm saying, why is it that we should lean and learn from people telling us what they want to tell us about our history? Like the stuff that you learned about your history, I bet you learn more stuff about your history and where you come from independently outside of a school system than what they taught you in this school system. See, when you go
Yeah.
back to a lot of this stuff like religion, school, a lot of stuff was put in place when they came and say, look, you can no longer have y'all can no longer own slaves. The next thing they came about was with how to control the people without having control of them. That's when they indoctrinated the religion in the school system.
Well, I want to say that Africans who came over here from Africa, it was a good chance they was already Christians, man. It was a good chance they already had a relationship with God. Whether it was traditional, religious from African, they already had an idea and the concept of God. So when they got here to this land, it wasn't hard for them to really, understand what they were talking about when they talked about God, because it was kind of natural to them, except for the fact that they worshiped the ancestors. So a lot of things was stripped away from the traditional, like people that came, but a new people were made in America. You know what I'm saying? New people were actually made by these white people in America. All right. So that's where our story begins at, really, actually.
What up,
So
Dean? Yeah, but see the whole thing for me, it just I have questions about a lot of different stuff, and like I say, man, I do a lot of like history stuff and going back to the time, even a simple fact that I say how many Africans really came here? What about this? They don't even want to tell us the truth about this land that we built.
yeah.
See,
Yeah.
it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff when it comes to like, but see, I'm able to accept even when I go back in history and understand that people that looks just like me and you and other brothers on this platform own slaves themselves.
Exactly.
We enslaved our own people. But then it
Exactly.
was a problem when they did it. I understand that though.
Mm-hmm.
But how many people gonna speak on that?
Mm-hmm. Not many. Not many.
But
You see?
with this whole thing that we're living in, I have to believe in God and I have to believe in a higher power because I done seen it. I done witnessed it for myself. I done been in situations where, the only reason why I probably didn't make that, the only reason why I probably wasn't one of them people was because the power of God being able to separate me from that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Because I
And
was always a leader.
some praying grandmamas and parents. Prayer
Mm-hmm.
work.
Mm-hmm.
But
What
as
do you
David
say?
was saying earlier, we in war. And that's why I say we got to get prepared for
Oh
this
yeah, it's
fight,
coming.
which means we got to take accountability for our actions. We got to say, hey, forgive us, move on. We can't be judging folks. I stand behind Kanye and Kyrie. I don't care. They one of us.
It could have been anybody, right, Miss A? I stand behind anybody who speak the truth. And
Well,
if you come
saying
out,
it's
and I
true.
feel like this, if you come out and make a statement, and this is what I told people about Kanye West, and also what I told about Kyrie, right? And this is like Brother David, J Rock, and all of us can agree. It's not just about you coming out and making a statement. It's about you coming out and having the knowledge to back your statement. So if you're gonna come out and say something, you at least need to let the people understand that you have done the research. You understand what you are talking about, because that's what's going to convince people to want to. That's what's going to convince people to listen to you. You just can't come out and say some off the wall shit, and then when you ask the question, you don't have an answer.
But check this out, Big Bad. I don't want to have nothing to do with Hollywood and them folks, because they are evil, and them all evil and demonic spirits.
Man,
Them people selling their souls.
that's why I'm saying, why work so hard? Why do we work so hard to
that's
get there?
what I'm saying. We shouldn't even be promoting that. I don't care what them people, let them run that mess. Y'all the devil. Y'all doing everything. Them folks bending over for them. Look at everything them people are doing and what they are promoting. They're evil. They're evil, demonic forces, spirits out there. They talk about this in the Bible, witchcraft and everything. I don't want to be nowhere near none of them people. I don't even want them around me. If you knew how I limit myself to who I'm around now, I don't want no bad spirits around me.
No.
Hey, Big Bad, could I just ask you this? Like, how would you? It's like, how would you get? It's like reading the Bible help you identify a lot of things. Like, for instance, Jesus Christ, right? When he was here, he was like somebody like Kyrie Irving or Kanye, super popular with the people, right? To the point where different officials start coming down, questioning who gave him this authority to speak like this, right? When he went to his own city, they tried to kill him. They tried to throw him over the cliff. You know what I'm saying? Like when Kanye or when R. Kelly come here, that's how they do him. They don't even really rep him. You know, the Bible say that a prophet is without honor. It's not without honor in his own home. You know what I'm saying? And that plays out with R. Kelly and Kanye. How people in Chicago don't stand up for them like they supposed to. You know what I'm saying? It would seem like, I'm just, in my personal opinion, on the side a little bit. But a lot of people do, so I ain't gonna even lie. A lot of people do. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people do.
But they do it in private.
Not so much with R. Kelly. Not so much with R. Kelly, huh?
I say, but they'll when it come to R. Kelly, they gonna do it in private. They not gonna be vocal about it because.
Unfortunately, Rob is a whole different case. Okay.
But check it out though. But that's how they did with Jesus too. You had some people that was worshiping, you know, him in private. They'll come give him his kudos like what's the one that came to him at night and he told him he had to be born again? What's his name? Anyway. But I'm just saying the similarities, how the basically the media or whatever, which were the Jews at the time, so tripped out, is the ones who crucified him. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at right now, you see those who stand up for God and those who stand up for their people. Jesus was standing up for his people. He was healing his people. You know what I'm saying? He came to his own to heal his own, and he was rejected by them in the same way that we do those who stand up right now. The reason why Larry Hoover is locked up, because he's somebody that stood up for his people. You know what I'm saying? And you will see this working its way out all through history, with people who would stand up for good, where they would be defeated by this system. And if you don't understand and read the Bible, you will never have no clue as that it really is a system of evil, something we can't even describe it, but it's controlling things, right? It's controlling things, man. You know what I'm saying? And we don't nobody. If you don't read the Word of God, you have no clue that you're even in this thing, and no way out to fight this thing. You know what I'm saying? And no understanding of how to even begin to fight. The Bible says, know your adversary. How would you even know your adversary? How would you even know that you have one? You know what I'm saying? The Bible says that people puff at the enemy like he ain't even there. You know, they just go about their life doing everything, lolly-dolly, you know what I'm saying? thinking they finna live forever, and they be dropping like flies. Not ready though. Not having no idea that they is in a trap. Their life is finna be snared. You know what I'm saying? Just busy. You wouldn't even know. And that's why they want to shut the Bible down. That's why they want to shut Jesus down. That's why they want to, that's why it's all this noise about people and the people of the book. And, you know what I'm saying? And people want to rearrange it and twist it and make it fit how they want it. But it's still people out here that know what it's saying and identifies for you.
Because clearly the Bible said Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve, not Eve and Jeeve and all of that.
And who did they use to go against the Bible in that aspect?
And look at who's promoting all of this evilness, our people.
But look who they used to promote Adam and Steve. Barack Obama.
Yeah.
I wonder how long same-sex marriage have been sitting on the desk in the office of the White House. For how long has that been sitting there?
Now,
but just so happened when a brother, quote unquote, come into office, this
wasn't a brother. That's what people got to stop saying. Barack Obama was only a Senate. Okay, I'm sick of them taking these folks that's been raised by white people, ain't never spent a day in the hood, and want to make them black.
But you gotta
he
bring
had
your
black
people for
skin.
that. Your people, the one who went around voting. Oh, we got a first black president. Ain't question shit.
But guess who gave?
That's what I say.
Guess who gave us Barack Obama? The red media.
Right. Right. That's what I'm getting at. Then he get it now. And out of all the shit you could have done in the office, you gonna go past the same sex. You gonna sign off on same sex marriage.
And you got for black folks.
You got to, if them people was responsible for you getting in there, then you got to oblige. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really mad at them. I'm not really mad at Barack because he did not promise black people nothing. Black people assumed. They assumed that he was going to be for them.
Baby, yes, he did.
He
made all kind of promises. What he was going to do for economic development. He stayed into it with a reporter. Remember, he started saying, I'm a president for all of the people.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
No,
he punished people for not having health care, man.
Right. Huh?
He penalized people for not having health care.
Yeah, I mean, but people will tell you that in a minute. Like, if you ask, you say, well, what exactly did Barack Obama do? They say, well, he gave us health care. And I'll be like, well, I can't never argue with that. Because the one thing about me is that, anytime I had an emergency, I was able to go to the hospital and get seen. I never even, I was irresponsible, I guess. I ain't had no insurance. So I didn't know what the difference was.
Anyway, the Kennedys have been trying to push that.
No, okay, so yeah, but I mean, that's all they say is the health care. And then you have people who complain about the premiums on the health care, the fact, like you just said. So I never really know about that. That's beyond. That's like, I hate to sound. I don't really know about it though. Like that. That's all he did. That's all he did.
What our people thought was finna happen, that this man finna take office and the world just gonna change. Shit, no.
Right. That wasn't it.
No, it could have changed if he wanted it to, because Donald Trump had no problem when he was in office signing executive orders. Okay, the same thing Barack could have did. I don't want to hear nothing about the Congress, the Senate.
But Trump he still didn't do what he wanted to do. They still kind of held him back too. They
he
fighting him like a bug, huh?
He needed them votes.
You need them votes.
You need them votes. Them 50.
Wait a minute, did everybody else fall asleep?
Yeah, because ain't nobody saying, I don't want to take over.
We got a new face up there.
That's Dean from out New York.
Didn't shoot any threes in the fourth, didn't need to.
What up with it,
What's
Dean?
up, y'all? What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? You hear me, Vi?
Hey,
Oh yeah, well, I hear you. I know you just sitting back soaking up the conversation.
Yeah, I'm just chilling. I'm chilling. I'm just, you feel me? I'm letting y'all rock out. I'm just listening.
Yeah. Hey, Vi, I'm about to go ahead and dip on out because I got to get up early in the morning.
Where you going to? Where you heading? The ground?
Yep.
Yeah, I heard it's gonna be turned up down that way tomorrow, man. Have enough fun for me. I might be through that way. I don't know, but if I don't, have enough fun for me.
Don't worry. I'm gonna do a little turning up on my own.
Yeah, this homecoming weekend.
oh, okay.
All right.
But y'all have a good night.
Too.
Yeah, but it's a lot. It's a lot there. It's a lot there. It's a lot, but our people have shown time and time again that we do have the ability to overcome. But one thing I'm gonna tell you that I've started to believe in probably about 5-10 years ago. They say this, everything comes around full circle, man, and that circle is starting to become a full circle again. And it's gonna be, if people not ready, it's gonna be a shocker to them. But it's gonna happen, man. It's gonna happen. It has to.
And
The world as we know it is gonna have to be shooken up in order to get fixed.
Man, let me tell you, I feel it. Something get ready to happen. I just feel it all in my body. Like something's getting ready to happen real soon.
Everybody around us, all these other countries around us, is at war with each other, and we sitting over here in this country just going about our everyday life like ain't shit going on.
Yeah.
These people been test launching missiles at the United States.
What?
While they've been talking about Kanye,
They
North
talk about
Korea.
Kanye and Kyrie, but they ain't telling the people that they've been fucking intercepting these goddamn missiles.
Yeah, they have missiles. That's what I said. They ready to blow us. And you know what? Some of these people already got fucking shit. They ready to launch into space and go live on Mars.
But see, you go back to I told people when Biden got in office, I said when they did the stimulus money, I said, why the hell are they donating 20-something billion, 20 to 30 billion dollars to air traffic space control? I said, what the fuck is in space that they gotta have a space task force? Then they come out and say they finna create a space hotel for people to be able to go into space and live up there. But who can afford to go live in space? The elites, right? So they gonna take their ass on up in space and let the shit go down here. And when they come back to the goddamn, what's left? Man, it's a lot of shit going on that people are not paying attention to. I say, now they taking SpaceX taking 12, 14 passengers up to space. They go and stand up there for fucking months at a time.
Yeah.
Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, all these people. Oh, they come on, Michael Strahan, we're gonna take you. They just taking whoever, This is what's going on.
I'm telling you, they do.
It's a lot of shit that's going on, man, with especially Russia, China, all these motherfuckers. Like they are battling, and we don't even hear about it on the news no more. We don't even hear about it on TV no more. Did they tell you the outcome of Ukraine? Nope. Shit just died out, didn't it? But then I'm gonna tell you what they did. They were giving these people $2,000 a day to go volunteer to fight. So they were sending these people that look like them. They were sitting up, taking them over to Ukraine in a secure place, paying them $2,000 a day to go. They supposed to be over there helping the Ukraine battle against the Russia, but they was over there collecting the bag.
Mm-hmm.
You go there for a month, $2,000 a day, that's $60K.
Mm.
It's a lot of shit. It's a lot of shit, and they have a strategic plan on how to just they put the shit out there, and then they just let it die off of the out of the media, and then you don't hear nothing else about it. If it wasn't for me, man, I get on this internet and I'll be searching shit, and I'm like, damn, they intercepted a missile that was damn near over here.
You know, back in my day, we had encyclopedias. I read my encyclopedias every day. Remember, they used to sell them. They come to your door selling encyclopedias.
Mm-hmm. And then they ain't telling people that the Mississippi River being as low as it's ever been, how the fuck are the barges gonna be?
They ain't arrested Brett Favre yet.
They not even looked at Brad Favre. But if them barges don't be able to get through the Mississippi River, how the fuck is people gonna be able to get food? How they gonna? And I ain't gonna say food. How is the supply gonna get here if them barges is not being? Man, the river is low as the river so low. The Mississippi River so low. They just found sunk ships.
That's why I say I come in peace. I'm trying to keep my mind focused because I want to be ready because I got to prepare to fight. Because when this fight do come, they gonna come to me. They might appear like my mama, my daddy, you know, and people think I'm crazy when I talk stuff like that. They gonna do that. Enemy is getting ready to try to attack all of our minds, so we won't be able to fight. Cause it's getting ready to be a battle.
Yeah, and it's gonna be on this soil.
It's gonna be a battle.
It's gonna be right this week.
Mm-hmm. And so, get ready because the revolution would not be televised. And if y'all think there ain't no evil, demonic spirits, and there ain't witches and warlocks running around this earth, y'all are crazy. It's all in the Bible. That's why you have to read it and know it.
Mm-hmm.
It says, those that know their God, right, shall do great exploits. Let's find that right quick. God wants to be known and understood, man. He not you. You're not gonna find him in you unless you invite him in you. We're going back to everybody having his spirit. One of the things that Jesus said to the other Israelites was that I know you are of the seed of Abraham, but you are of your father, the devil. You know what I'm saying? So he was differentiating between just because they was Israelites didn't mean, or just because they were from the seed of Abraham didn't mean that they had the same spirit. And that's why that story is in the Bible, so that people could know and understand that. So because people be saying it all the time, it's not true. We have some people come in around you and they spirit just, man, make you want to jump out the wall. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, move around, man.
Yeah. So you
will get up. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I don't go around too many more people no more.
So, and
I'm gonna tell you. I know there's a guy because I know things he done saved me from. I know it's a higher power out there, but I also know that there's some bad demonic spirits, and I've seen them.
Most definitely. I agree, man. I most definitely agree. And people and you can pick up on energy, man. That's a good sign right there. And that's like me. I'm an isolated person and I deal with very few people, and it's just certain things that I just feel like, you have to protect yourself and everything that's in the best interest of you. Because these people, man, we just seen it so many times, time and time again. You know, the unfortunate things happen, and and you got to be able to follow follow your mind. If your mind is telling you something ain't right, guess what? You might want to consider it. Your intuition is not gonna fool you.
Where everybody else go? Where J Rock
But J Rock gone. Lex still
who
here.
them people? Who them people up there? Oh, they still
Lex
up
and
there.
D.
Okay, because I didn't want them to think I was trying to overtalk them. I'm the only woman up here, huh?
Yeah, but you made for this, Miss April. Cause you ain't
Yeah.
you ain't afraid to speak your mind. So
Oh no.
you gonna say what you want to say. And I know you had asked earlier about the anti-Semitic definition, or whatever. And as we read that definition, we realized that that's a man-made definition.
That was a man-made definition to protect them damn people, and that's a doggone shame. It's like a joke, really.
Yeah.
And my thing is, you don't have nobody saying this shit is wrong. You don't have nobody saying, well, all Kyrie did was tweet it. Now, if you can't prove nothing. Y'all mad about the vaccination, but what did the man do wrong?
Nothing to get spanked like that.
What did he do wrong? So
And
y'all
I
have held
just
on
seen
to
some
a
say the
grudge
NBA has
from
the
the
NBA has suspended.
vaccination. Yeah.
They say the NBA has suspended him indefinitely. I was reading
Oh,
some.
they want his ass gone now.
Golly, boy.
On one tweet.
It is what it is. But now also what I did find out too is that I didn't realize a lot of these players, they in their contracts, they do have clauses, morality clauses, and you're not supposed to be opening your mouth about certain things.
But how
I
can you
didn't realize
I
that.
just don't understand. How can you tell somebody not to open their mouth about I
But
can't
if it's
tell you,
in
Miss
their
April, how to
contract
feel.
and they signed it, so I just found that out today that a lot of these players, it's in their contract where they not supposed to do this, domestic violence. They ain't supposed to do this, this. Them people actually own you. What they do, you done signed the contract. They own you, and you got to go by them contracts. I didn't
Well,
realize that they done put all this stuff. It's a whole lot of fine print in them contracts.
there was Kanye West. I told people during the BET Awards when Kanye came on there, he had the thing over his head, and everybody say, "Look at this nigga, he crazy. This nigga done lost his mind. He say, I've announced myself legally dead." He talked, and then he started talking and giving a speech, and Puff Daddy was on the stage, but he was talking about these contracts in this industry.
That's what I'm saying.
But people want to say, look what he got on. He got on a coat. This nigga got a whole mask over his head. They looking at his appearance and not listening to the words that he was saying.
I don't care what Kanye wear, them rubber boots. I don't care them holy clothes. I don't care about none of that. I don't even care about him wearing the White Lives Matter shirt. That shit don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing to me.
I want to say that if you want to see white supremacy, or it's you got to just look at all the people that own the business in the music industry. That's supremacy right there. They affect the whole big part of our life, with the players to all the entertainers, whatever field. That's supremacy right there. Man,
and they done bent over for them people. They done got in bed with them, and they done bent over. Them people know all of their secrets. They done had to do stuff, so they got them on the barrel. That's why I'm saying we got to separate ourselves. We got to stop sleeping with the enemy. We in bed with them.
Yeah. And that's what I think about that.
Bad spirits. You got these folks, they done killed girlfriends and rappers and all of this stuff. Why in the morning? They done got us so programmed to hate each other. We don't even think no more. We so angry.
Everybody angry. Everybody mad. Everybody know. You know, everybody think they know until they don't know. And when they don't know, it's too late to find out.
But we know this is Hollywood. It's ran by the J people. You know, I damn nearly don't want to say their name. Hell, you don't know.
I'm afraid for my life.
You know, I don't know what they. Well, I don't know who they praying to. You know, because they're evil spirit. You got to look at everything them people doing out there. That's the devil.
This the same society that praised white folks for wearing Black Lives Matter t-shirts, on pictures, hugging them, handshakes, praising them for standing alongside of them. But then at the same time, you know, on the token of the coin, it's the reality of this shit.
They'll give you the gun and hope you shoot yourself.
I told
they
people
don't care about us. They don't care about us until we realize that. Like, but everybody that made deals with them, Oprah them, Tyler, all of these powerful people, they done made deals that they know secrets on them. They holding something over these people's head. Me, I be like I did everything you said I did. Now what?
Yep. That's the only way you get out of it.
I did it. Okay, now what?
Yep.
Now what?
See, now what they did to
I'm not that person I was 30 years ago. I'm dealing with the what? And that's why I say we got to stand accountable. If you want to stand up and fight, we got to fight. Yeah, I did it. But that ain't who I am now. Now bring it on, baby. But we too busy. Oh, we didn't do this. Prime example. Kevin Campbell. Everybody was saying he was gay. They were saying Quincy Jones, that was his little boy toy. Remember all them years they denied it. Now he just come out and said he's been gay. Nigga, we been on you was gay.
Mm-hmm.
We been on you was gay. Why now you say it? You didn't say it 20 years ago when they were saying Quincy, you was Quincy Jones' boy toy and everything. But now you want to say it now because it's accepted. Everybody coming out. What's wrong is right now.
That's the new thing to do. The new thing to do. Like, how is that that community get reparations as if they've been through some that you know.
How can you even compare their right to our rights? See, this is what I'm saying. We get in bed with all of these organizations. No, you can never compare civil rights to their rights. And shit, nobody had ever said if Martin Luther King, he would have been like, yeah, they should have their rights. That's a damn lie. How you gonna speak on him and the man is dead? We so easily influenced. You can never compare our rights to none of their rights.
I agree.
But I done got sleepy. I done just ate, and I'm getting ready to take my happy-go-lucky butt to bed. It's been great talking to y'all tonight. I talk the same stuff on my channel. I'm gonna talk about it every day, and I hope if I can reach 10 people a day and make them just see. I'm not ashamed of my past. I remember when I was in the fight with Rob Bible. I don't care if y'all posted my record. I don't care about none of that stuff.
Our people so caught up in trying to discredit each other than looking at who
I
the
don't
real
care about all of that stuff. You know, I believe I had my own path, my own mission, and I did what I needed to do, and I'm trusted in the process. I ain't got to prove nothing to nobody. Well, y'all to come up with rules on what a supporter is, what they should do, what they can't say. He got to stand accountable to God for what he did, not me. But we want to tell people, black people, we're worse than them gay people, the white people, and everything. Cause y'all want us to be robots to what you think we should be. Like we gotta dance to some type of music, some rules y'all done came up with. Don't talk to this person. Don't say nothing to that person. Y'all got me messed up. I'm my own person. Ain't nobody gonna tell me who to talk to, who channels I can't go to or nothing.
Facts.
I love and respect everybody out here. And trust and believe God will humble you. Anybody.
Yeah, that's facts, Mr. A. But next time you come on, next time hopefully I can catch you when you come on or when I ain't got nothing to do, because I'm most
Yeah.
definitely gonna come on and bless.
And so that's what I plan on doing for my years remaining on this earth. That's what I've been doing. I just, I'm a 2-time breast cancer survivor. I had my breast removed last year, but I got lymphedema bad. I got restrictions. So I can't go do my volunteer work at the food pantries. I am gonna get out here and work the polls on Tuesday for voting. But we need people to step up. I've been helping in my community, David, and you from Chicago. I started off with my aunt when it was Operation Breadbasket
Okay.
before it ever was Operation Push. It was Operation Breadbasket.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people don't even know the history of a lot of them organizations. And see, even black people got mad at Kanye when he talked about Black Lives Matter. Them people had $900 million and they stole all of that money. And then they gave that money to them alphabet people. When Tamir Rice's mother, all of them parents was complaining they didn't get the money they were supposed to get. Didn't nobody say nothing. And y'all know this woman done stole all of this money. That heifer should be in jail. So that was another slap in our face. $900 million was raised, and they can't account for none of that money.
The owner bought prostitutes, escorts, all type of shit.
Cars, houses done. She done invested the money and everything else. She needs to be arrested in jail too. But they don't care. The money didn't go back into the black community. They didn't go down there and give Mike Brown's family or do something for Ferguson and all of these little towns.
Right.
They did nothing of what they were supposed to do with all of that money. That woman needs to be arrested and jailed. Just like Brett Favre. You got these, and then they want to throw a black person in jail for writing a bad check.
You're right. Yeah.
They want to throw away the key for me being an overdraft and not paying the bank. They taking you to court for $200 and stuff. Make it make sense. But you not prosecuting people stealing millions.
That's that privilege.
Right, but she black though. So what kind of privilege is that? Is that black privilege? Is that what kind of is that?
I'm saying they want to take.
She didn't put the money back in the community. What
I'm talking about Brett Favre.
They glad she gave. I think it was like 50 million to the alphabet people. They don't care what she did with that money. She didn't help no black folks. They could care less. They happy.
Brett Favre is the one that's saying that he got that complexion for the protection. Ain't no way if there would have been a black man, a black coach, yet alone come from the NFL, they would have made an example out of him. Come from the
Oh my
NFL.
God! Look how they just did the coach that had the affair with what?
Oh,
That
with the
coach.
trainer. They had the affair
Yeah,
with the trainer from the
yeah.
Boston Celtics.
He had an affair, and they scandalized him because he was a black man that bedded with a white woman.
Yeah.
I mean, he ain't even married. Him and Neil Long lived together. He wasn't married. He didn't. I mean, basically, he could sleep with who he wanted to sleep with. But he was a Negro, and he didn't slept with a white woman.
Right, because did the New England Patriots head coach owner had to sell his team when he got caught Robert Kraft in Florida with them in them massage parlors?
No, it's a different standard for them. It's right in their face. And that's what I'm saying. See, this is where I'm having a problem with all of this. You know, we supposed to show peace and love to them. Well, if they loved us and they are of God's people, they see the wrongdoing. You don't never hear them speak about it. It should be white people speaking out about what they doing to Kyrie right now. You see that's wrong.
Hmm. Well,
They
I
see it's
agree.
wrong.
It's all wrong, but we gonna keep on. We gonna keep doing our best to talking about it, having these conversations. I know it's getting late.
Oh yeah,
And
because if it's only 20 some people in the chat, you'll get a bunch of views. I'm gonna share it. Everybody can share it. I got a community of people, and they share the show. So you know,
because like you said, we
if
over here
if if
having real.
we if, if we reach 5 people,
That's
5 or
it.
10 people a week, that's still more people that we done enlighten.
That's it. That's
Uh,
all we care about. That's all we care about. One person, man.
because
And we had a real
we ain't
conversation
gonna
tonight.
we're not gonna get no 1K or 2Ks because we ain't talking about each other. I'm not telling you to, fuck you and all that. You ain't shit and all of that. We not drama filled. That's another thing. We love drama. We can't even be calm.
The entertainment or the drama.
I wake up every morning and I thank God for waking me up. And as I'm letting that coffee get ready, because if I don't have my coffee, you don't want to meet me. And I'm getting my coffee ready, and I ask God for me to have positive days. What should I do? He done let me survive cancer twice. Life, different things I done overcame. I owe him so much.
He's worthy to be praised.
And so, peace and love to y'all. I came in peace. I'm gonna leave in peace because I don't do all that back and forth. I don't have the right attitude because see
Nah,
I don't
that's why
have,
I had to cut that
and
out.
I'm not. I work too hard to get away from all of that type of shit. And I'd be damned if I'm going back there. The hell I'm doing. I'm 60 years old, and I'm talking about going to grab guns and fight niggas and going back to be a TD queen. Like, are y'all crazy? I'm not being part of that type of madness.
I
No,
agree. I agree wholeheartedly.
no,
That, you know,
no.
we away from that.
I'm not getting ready to do that. I don't care if you don't like me, because I might not like you. And I ain't losing no sleep. Because come Thursday, I'll be jumping on the plane to Vegas. This will be my fourth
Vegas.
vacation this year. Yeah, I'm going to Vegas Thursday.
Okay. That's what's
So,
up.
at the end of the day, ain't nobody got to answer to me, and I don't have to answer to y'all. But
Catching
I'm just
flight.
trying to do the right thing. And
Catching flight.
that's how I'm going to live my life. All I can do is try. Because this, I'm going to tell you, it's even for me to stay calm. Because I wasn't the same person 20 years ago. With age supposed to come some wisdom. And I just thank you for leaving me here. That's all I can do. I try to talk to my nieces, my nephews. Some of them listen, some don't want to hear. My son, you know, uh, these young kids nowadays, it's like I don't know what to do to reach them. I don't know. Did they put something in the infamil, the Similac? I know they had a lot of them on Britland. That's another thing we need to talk about. The state of the black youth.
Right.
These folks they killing people. They don't care about going to jail. They not
No.
even scared. I was in a woman show today in Michigan. They had this boy shot and killed the man that was sitting up there begging and pleading for his life. The man was begging him to please not kill me. The boy, I should say, because these are young kids, 19 and 20. Too much anger. These people angry. They will kill you. You can't say nothing to them. And you want to tell me ain't no evil demonic spirits walking around here.
All over.
So y'all have a great night. I enjoyed myself tonight.
I enjoyed you
Okay.
over here.
Wait a minute. Hold on. We got R. Kelly picture up there. Who else is that?
There's Dave Ruffin and Temptation, but there's R. Kelly and the rest of the R&B. You got
Oh,
Usher,
okay.
you got Genuine, you got Tank and Omar Young. That's the background singer.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, they background singers. They ain't no real art.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
Ain't nobody come here to see you, Otis.
I pray, he come home on appeal. I'm hopeful that's all I can do.
That's it.
But in the meantime, I'm not getting ready to be arguing with nobody.
Not
over
a soul. Not a soul.
I'm not getting ready to be talking about who should be saying what. I'm not getting no family business. I know the relationship we had with them, and that's all I can focus on.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. Y'all got too many issues.
Right. I don't get caught up in that shit. I don't get caught up in none of that BS.
I can't do all of that. That's too draining.
Right,
Do
because
you know?
YouTube don't pay you, do it?
I'm monetized, but shit, I don't get enough views.
No.
And then it's 55-45.
Right, it's the same
I
shit.
might get right. Even YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
they get I make 50, 55 and they get 45. They getting damn nearly half of whatever.
And you gotta hit the threshold. You gotta hit a threshold to even get paid.
You gotta hit $100. And I
So if you
ain't
don't
even
make,
hit that yet.
if you don't
Cause
get $100,
I don't have them 1K views and stuff.
you don't get $100,
But
you ain't getting paid.
I was never really coming on YouTube uh, to do all of that monetizing and all of that. I could
Right.
have been monetized because I got another channel, Darlene April, my name. When I used to go to the conventions and stuff, I would record us at all of the conventions. But I don't have that type of audience because I'm not getting ready to. I'm not getting ready to get on here arguing with nobody. That's too stressful. I'm not trying to hear, nobody talk about nobody. Y'all ain't doing, y'all not doing no more. Y'all doing the same damage to each other as what people do in the black community. And that's attack y'all black people all day. And these people that's co-signing this behavior, y'all are sick too. So peace out, everybody, and I'll see y'all later. Hopefully, some of these people from other races, will speak out in defense of what they have done to Kyrie, which is wrong because the man has not done anything wrong. They can try to attach him to Kanye, but they need to be speaking out too. And if they are followers of God too, and they're supposed to be doing the right thing, they see this as an injustice to this man. And so, uh, anybody that sees this type of behavior going on and not speak about it and say it's wrong, and you say you love God, I don't get all of that neither. But that's my opinion, my story, and everybody have a great night. Um, be safe out here.
You too, Miss April. Thank you so much.
All
So I look forward to
right.
catching
Okay.
you when you
All
go
right.
live again. I will return.
Okay.
Will pop up on your panel and return the
And,
favor.
and and check this out. You don't owe me nothing. I share people's shows. I tell folks I don't have nothing to do all day long.
Mhm.
I'm sitting here. That's why I can go to people's shows. Cause I'm gonna tell you, if I had a job, a lot of y'all would have never met me. Cause I wouldn't have been on no job talking about who I support and all of that other kind of stuff. I wouldn't have did it neither. Because they wouldn't have never fired my black ass, and I would have been homeless, supporting somebody. So it's a lot of things that come with all of that. You gotta pick and choose your battles. I decided to speak up on behalf of my family. We wanted to help him because I'm gonna get my monthly check every month. I got other people that work. Why let them jeopardize their jobs? I said I would be the spokesperson. So it's a lot with speaking out. Um, but like I say, I wish we could come together and be able to move in silence and they look up, and we got our own distribution company and stuff. But peace, y'all. Good night.
Good night,
I'm
Miss
out.
April.
Good night.
This old crazy world that we live in is getting wicked. It done got wicked. But hey, that's the state of the culture, man. The state of the culture. We done addressed it. And last thing we got on this list is Shiloh Sanders has truck window cut out at Jackson State football facility. So it looks like Deion Sanders, you know, son or sons may be uh may be becoming a target in old Jackson State.
I'm not surprised. Too much success, man. Jealous. You know, come out of that. So I'm not surprised at all.
What'd you say, Lex?
I say I'm not surprised at all. Too much success brings jealousy. You know what happened after that, so I'm not surprised.
Yep, exactly.
It was bound to happen. You saw that when when they won that against what was that team they played?
Oh, they
Was
played
it
Alabama State.
Yeah, Alabama State.
Then turned around. Southern did the same shit last week. Did talk crazy? Made videos on YouTube. Call bitch ass nigga this, bitch ass nigga that. All type. Yeah. John Sano like well then do them kids at Southern understand that when you playing in the SWAC HBCU when the scouts come out and ask about certain people I had to give a I had to give a I had to vouch for that. Y'all making these videos not understanding I had the ability to get the spotlight on you, but instead you want to be out making videos calling me a bitch ass nigga.
Yeah.
Can't hear that good, Lick. But yeah, man. But like I said, man, I'm gonna get ready to get up off of here. But I appreciate, my boy Lex coming through. David, Miss April, Dean, J Rock, Miss Lady T, Levi. I really appreciate, coming by, giving a message, speaking out on the state of the culture, man. It was really, really, really appreciated, for me on behalf of the channel, Big Val Opinion. We talked about a lot of different things. We hit a lot of different topics. I felt like everybody got to speak, on certain things that they witnessed and seen and concerned. We're not here to push our beliefs on nobody. They are just our opinion. We push for you all to go out and read and find your own information and get your own understanding of what it is that's going on. Don't depend on my thought process or Lex process or Miss April process because we all think differently. So with that being said, brother Lex, man, you got anything else?
Not much, man. Just y'all supposed to be walking in a godlike manner and supposed to be treating everybody the way we want to be treated, but unfortunately, it doesn't work out that way. You got some who want to have it all to themselves and be selfish toward one another, and that's how the world is. Everybody's striving to try to be number one and not willing to share knowledge, not willing to share wealth, not willing to share anything. So I mean, I like minds think alike, and then you got some like minds that don't think alike. It's all for self. So we just got to do a better job. Pray for those who not striving for success, and that's pretty much it. Try to bless one another.
That's it. Okay. Shout out to our sister Prima Donna, man. If y'all haven't already, man, go check her out right here.
Cookie, I'm a cookie monster. Break your back, crack it open like a lobster. Cookie, I'm a cookie monster. Break your back, crack it open like a lobster.
Something good. Something good.
With her. primadonnapastries.com. www.primadonnapastries.com for all your sweets that you desire, man. Go holler at her. Man, she shipped them things all over, man. So with that being said, Brother Lex, until next time, man, you already know how we get up out of here.
All right, brother.
All right. 5 rules of living a happier life.
All right, which one you want me to take?
Huh?
I say, which one you want me to take?
Oh, either one you want to. Either one.
Okay, I'll go with the first.
All right.
You got to absolutely love yourself.
Number 2, always do good by people and anything that you do.
All right. I don't know why, but I had this problem last night. I couldn't hardly see number 3.
And say harm
yeah,
no
harm.
one.
Okay, it's hard to see it the way it's the lighting on my phone is kind of hard to see. I can see the other 2, but I couldn't see the first part of the word. So I'll go with number 4. Always be positive.
All right. And rule number 5, always forgive, but never forget. Love yourself tomorrow a little bit more than you love yourself today. Because guess what? Love is the only way. Until next time, State of the Culture, we signing out. Salute to everybody that came, everybody that stayed, everybody that showed love. I very much appreciate you all. But understand, when we having these real conversations, the numbers may not be there, but the message will always be there. All right? Until next time.
Thanks for having me on, man. Good night,
hey,
chat.
Man, I appreciate it. You gave me your word.
Hey, I was late, but I was trying to get everything done so I can make sure I can sit down and get on board with everybody. So hey, next time we have another, it's gonna be the same thing.
Same way, man. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you for keeping your word and showing up, man. That's what it's all about.
All right, man. Be easy, man. Take care, man. Blessing to you and your family.
Same to you, man. Peace and love.
All right, bet.